Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Gaming After Dark podcast. I am your host, Mr. Boom Boom Kaboom. Yes, I am in the room. I am fired up. I am ready to go. And as always, my incredible co-hosts are with me, and they are ready to go tonight. We're going to start with the always incredible Titan Drago. What is up, brother?
Oh, not much, everybody. Just been playing some Star Wars Squadrons, Rocket League, and the new Call of Duty update, The Haunting of Verdansk, which I was telling you guys I think is like the best, easily, it's just hands down the best, event I've ever played in any Call of Duty or any game, any event I can even remember. So,
well, you're going to give us a rundown
excited
later on in the show, so I'm excited to hear about that for sure. And everybody else will have a chance to weigh in on it too as well. Also, my other amazing co-host, the man who just shortens up his name, you call him the Mag. What's up, brother?
What's going on, Noof? What's going on, chat? What's going on, panel? Yes, I am the middle-aged game guy. We got a great show for you guys tonight. And yes, I was saying in the pre-show, I am Xbox-less. For now until November 10th, I sold all the units, and all I got sitting in my house is a lonely PS4. So I'm just banging out some platinums, and that's about it. And ready to get into a great show tonight.
Fuckers listening to this podcast are like, let's hate this guy.
Don't worry, I got more coming. More Xboxes are coming.
You got no Xboxes. What the fuck? He's a PlayStation troll now.
I got no consoles.
Alrighty. Before we get to our the biggest panel that Gaming After Dark's ever assembled, I will introduce our guests in just a moment. I just want to let everybody know our regular segments are coming up on the show, including Ask Arnold about probably midway through. Don't forget about In the Next Generation with Titan, and the middle-aged game guy, Mr. Mag, will have Name That Game. That's all coming up. Make sure you stick around, guys, especially if you've accumulated some points in Name That Game over the last few weeks, because there's only, I think, this week and one more to go.
That's right.
And we're still in the lead, and you could easily tie him tonight, or at least some of you guys could tie him tonight, and potentially win next week. Hopefully Dreadpool shows up. He'll have a chance to, he could have a chance to seal this deal tonight if he actually gets a point, I think. So there you go. Let's get over to our amazing guest. This one, I've been wanting to get on here for quite some time, and I can't believe it's taken this long to get to him, and that is the incredible Tempest son. My friend, how the hell are you? And welcome to Gaming After Dark.
Thank you for inviting me, dude. It's good to be here. I am ready to get in these topics and a nice chill show. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Fantastic. Our next guest is ACS Husk. You can find him hanging out with Wilmy Hood and that great cast of characters on Gaming Beyond the Box and a whole lot more. He'll let you know about all of his other podcasts later in the show. Make sure you check him out and give him a like. But how are you, Mr. Husk? I'm pretty sure you've got a cold one in hand.
What's up, Internet? Welcome to Gaming After Dark. I'm so pumped to fucking be here. It was a great day to be on the show. I'm looking forward to the topics. Fuck yeah. Let's do it.
Woo! I like it. So he's ready to go. And when are you changing your name to the Liquidator?
That's a good question.
All right. And he has been on the panel in the past before. He's been a guest, and we welcome his amazing return. What's happening, Yungest?
Hey, what's up? How's everyone doing tonight? Thank you for having me back. I don't know. Do I still sound like I'm in the bathroom?
It's still a little bit off, but it's not. There's no echo or nothing crazy. You just sound a little bit distant. It's kind of weird, but
are you in the bathroom?
It sounds like you moved from the toilet. Did you move from the toilet to the shower?
No.
He's just getting ready for work, guys. Come on, leave him alone.
Yeah, no. It's just I'm trying out. I'm on my AirPods because apparently my other headphones started malfunctioning.
That's the whole fucking problem right there. You're using Apple products.
Yeah.
He's podcasting from inside his beer can.
That's what I'm doing.
That's impressive. You gotta tell me how the fuck you're doing that.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go. Let's quickly catch up with the chat before we get right into the topics. Like I said, with a big panel, we're gonna have to try to keep the pace rapid at fire tonight. Let's give a big shout out to the people that show up and support this podcast and our panel members. The amazing Timothy Dixon's the first in the house tonight. Supersonic Station, who loves VR. Yes, we do. Supersonic. Welcome to the show, brother. We got Sathius in the chat. What's going on, Sathius? enthusiast. Infinite is here, trying to get that guy on the show too, but he's been busy working and stuff. I think he catches the show from work. Draven Arrow is here. What's going on, Draven Arrow? We got Spider-Man 356, one of my loyal supporters. Just made him a mod, so keep after it, brother. Who else we got going on here tonight? We got Choose No Elite. Juan Castillo is here. Joe Dunmore, Casket Repair. Who we missing here? We missing Dragonheart. Yobi's in the house. What's going on, Yobi? We got Back from the Dead, and I'm sure many more will stroll in as the RDX podcast winds down here. Let's get right into it, guys. We got some juicy topics. This one's kind of a lighthearted one, but I'm sure it's kind of been making a little bit of noise, and I don't know if it's surprising or not, but the Halo, the Master Chief Collection. Well, we won't get Infinite this year. Master Chief is back, so to speak, in 120 glorious frames per second on the Series X. For all you Halo fans, I guess that's a good enough reason to jump back in. So I want to start with the panel first, then we'll get to the guest. We'll start with Mr. Titan Drago, brother. How do you feel about Master Chief speeding the shit up in here?
I don't got much to say on this topic, but I saw the joke on Twitter on how this is like the what version of this game now, the umpteenth version of it. It's the remake of the remake of the remastered version of the remastered. That's pretty good.
Game that never fucking dies. It's like, I'm so done with it, but I'll talk about it in a second. Well, fair enough.
It gets 180p better every version.
Yes, Gears 5, according to Spider-Man, says 120 frames per second on all modes. That is very exciting indeed. I'm a huge Gears fan, so that's cool. And it's free if you already have Gears. So even bonus once again. Let's head over to Middle-Aged Game Guy. How do you feel about Master Chief speeding things up with that 120 silkiness?
You know what? Well, I think that's awesome, and I think that's really, really great for the people who haven't played it, or maybe new people that are coming to the system. People are adopting the Xbox, let's say from casuals from the PlayStation era of PS4, maybe coming to the Xbox, which seems to be a trend, by the way. Okay, but which is great. So there'll be people that are experiencing for the first time, and they'll get it in the absolute ultimate performance mode. However, for me personally, I'm haloed out right now, and I'll tell you why. It's I played the Master Chief Collection on my own when it first came out. Then I went back and I just played it actually a little while ago because my son got into Halo, and he's like, I want to play it. So I started playing the Halo games with him, and now I'm just fucking haloed out, man. Like, I'm actually glad. This is going to sound crazy. Chat, don't hate me. And by the way, shout out to Juan Castillo. He called me an undercover. He called me an undercover pony in the chat. But in all seriousness, I'm haloed out. I am actually glad that Infinite got delayed. I'm like, oh, thank the fucking Lord, because honest to God, man, I've already played those games so many fucking times. And from when they first released, then the Master Chief Collection, then the Master Chief Collection again, I am not going to boot it up a third time. So I'm good with where it is. But like I said, super happy for the hardcore Halo fans and super happy for people who haven't adopted the Xbox yet and will.
I'm telling you, that was a great summary. I liked it. We're going to go with Tempest on it, considering, look at his avatar. He's got Master Chief and the dude from who's the other guy? Emil? Is that Emil?
Say what? Yeah, Doomslayer. Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Master Chief? Like, I think the first two guys pretty much summed up what pretty much how I'm going to feel about it. But how do you feel about it?
I haven't played through the whole thing yet. I've kind of dabbled in it, so I'm primed for a playthrough. But what I will say is I've actually seen what the game looks like at 120 frames plus, because I played it on my PC. I got a 144 hertz monitor. Right. Makes a difference, man. It does, especially if you haven't played it in a while. Now, this is a 1440p monitor I played it on. They're going to be pushing 4K 120. So it's even better than what I experienced. And if you start really getting used to playing games at 120, it's not like going from 60 to 30, but 60 frames per second starts to seem a little like not slow by any means. Right. But you're like, something's just slightly off here. So, but no, it's just pro consumer. This is just what Microsoft does at this point. I mean,
I do have
one of their games,
I do have one problem with this though. So 120 FPS, 4K, that's great and all, right? But we're console gamers, okay? We play on TVs. All right, everyone, the console gamers, we're primarily playing on TVs. How many of us have 50-inch TVs or better that does 4K 120? I don't think very many. There's not a lot of TVs out there that even do that.
They're future proofing though. Like eventually, more and more will. I mean,
there's definitely next gen TVs coming out around the corner, but that will have. But you need HDMI 2.1 to even push this.
Yeah.
So that's the frustrating part about all this.
It's an option though, right? It's an option. So
better to have it than not. You're right.
Wait a minute. So can I ask a quick question then? Like I got a Samsung 4K, obviously Ultra HD, HDR10, 120 hertz. And I do believe it has 2.1. Now, am I not going to get 120 frames if it's pushing 4K?
No,
or am I going to get 4K 60?
If you have a 2.1, you
yes.
should be able to.
You're golden.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I'm fine on one TV.
Yeah.
As long as you got that HDMI 2.1 cord.
Something people forget that TV manufacturers still do is claim a refresh rate or a hertz. And it's actually horseshit, fake ass nonsense.
Right. Like the TVs you buy on Black Friday.
Yeah, it's actually 30 hertz, double in frames and shit, doing some kind of horseshit trickery in the background.
Right.
Just keep an eye out for that. Like, do some research into a TV before you fucking buy one.
Yeah.
So
like the old Panasonics, they used to come maybe 10 years ago, they say 240 hertz, but it wasn't that it would give you 60, not even 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
So I don't see.
Well, one thing, my general rule of thumb, more so than any other technology, you get what you pay for TVs. Some TVs are overpriced, and then some TVs punch above their weight. But just do your research. But what you don't want to do is just go to Walmart and buy the 55, 65 inch that's only $400 on the shelf, because that's not going to do what you want it to.
No, exactly.
Black Friday,
Titan is good. Titan nailed it. It's basically, if you got a game that does 120 frames a second, but you don't have the device that can basically run it, it's the equivalent of having a girlfriend who's paralyzed from the waist down. You give her a dildo. I mean, come on.
No, wait. There are benefits to running a higher frame rate than the screen you're playing on.
I thought you meant the dildos.
No, unfortunately, the dildos are. I can't speak on the dildos. Anyways, so like I have a 4K 60 monitor, and that's what I play my console on. I don't play on a fucking TV anymore. The second I built my PC years ago and I started playing that way on my monitor, and I knew what it was and what it had to offer, I haven't gone back to TV. I don't. I won't. I refuse to. I love my monitor. I'm not gonna lie. But
how big is your monitor? How many inches?
It's 27, but
Okay.
it's all up in my face.
If
27 inches up in his face.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Just like I like it. But if you're cracking the 60, like if your game's pumping out more than 60 frames per second, that doesn't mean it's not going to be a smoother experience. Like you don't see any drops. Like you'll still get a smoother experience, even if your screen's capped.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
and you get zero fucking tearing, none of the horse shit. But I play on a monitor. I'm pumped about this this Halo 120. I go back to it every once in a while. I'm a big Halo fan. I would like to say I'm good at it, but I'm not anymore. I'm not amazing by any means. But I want to play some fucking SWAT. I want to play some fucking SWAT at 120 hertz and just shit on little squeaky assholes from across the pond. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So I'm fucking pumped
I don't have
about
one of those.
Now I'll run through the fucking campaigns again with a buddy, because co-op on that in a campaign on like Legendary, it's always fun. It doesn't get old because it's hard every fucking time. It never ceases to be a challenge, and I'm looking forward to that part of it. I'm also looking forward to the fact that they're finally, MCC isn't a totally broken pile of dog shit.
Yeah. There you go. Speaking of dogs, Doggy Dog is in the chat. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Jago Cuckoo is here. Anime Heaven X23 is hanging out with us. What's going on? We got Regulator 951 in the chat. We got Pong Soul is here. Great group already, guys, in the chat tonight. HR Bomber is here. Captain Crunch is in the house. I knew I heard that sound. Axel 1324, Crispy Ball. We got Dirk Griggity in the house, and he's the first guy to drop an amazing $5 in the super chat. He said, "What's up, Noof and the panel, Griggity? How you doing, brother? Glad you can make it here and be here." Dr. Dinglenut, best name in the house, is here. What's happening, Dinglenut? Psychonauts 8 is here. Yeah, we got a great group, guys. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Anybody else?
I wonder if Dinglenut caught last week's Ask Arnie. That's right.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Juan Castillo, what's going on? Anybody else have their thoughts on the Master Chief Collection and the latest upgrade?
Yeah, I mean it's a free upgrade. What else can you say, right? It's a free upgrade. I still have family members and cousins that play Halo 3 PvP. With this upgrade, of course, you're gonna go back into it and continue playing that game. And I love what Xbox continues to do, giving us that free upgrade on not just Halo but other games. I mean, how other companies can they even say that they're doing the same thing? I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's a mute point. It's hard to argue with the fact that you're getting a game that, yes, has been out for a few years, that was broken as shit for a long period of time, but they've been keeping with it. And that in itself is a huge testament. Just, they never really gave up on the game. And I've always said it had to be a massive undertaking because you've got several games made by several developers with a lot of different code running behind the background, and they're trying to, optimize this stuff. And, some of the games came from different hardware generations too. So it had to be a very tricky process, I'm sure. And I think that was evident when the game first came out. There were so many things that just weren't working. But I think right now, the last few times I played it was fairly reliable and looked pretty good. And I think this is great. The fact that it's free. I mean, and nobody should argue that, because look, if it was anybody else, if it was a Nintendo guy or a PlayStation guy, and you went back and said, we're giving you a free upgrade to go back and play the old Uncharted games at 120 frames a second, or you're getting to play Ratchet and Clank or anything else, preaching from the heavens. So there's no way that you can call this a bad take. The only thing for me is I love it. I'm glad they're doing it. And at some point when I go back to play the Master Chief Collection, and some point in time I probably will, I'll probably be playing it quite a bit, maybe leading up to Halo Infinite. But it's nice to know that the upgrades are there. You don't have to pay for them. And if you got the hardware, like I said, even at solid 60 frames all the way through, with just increased fidelity, it's awesome. And we should applaud that. It's if you don't play it, you don't play it. But I think it's cool for the people that will pick it up and all that good stuff. We got the Truth Teller is in the chat. What's going on, man? He wants to hear some opinions. We'll hope you'll give us the truth as well. Avish, how you doing? Custods X, what's happening, brother? There you go. Any further thoughts on the Master Chief? I've said my piece. Like I said, I'm kind of done with the game, but I still think it's cool. Anybody else?
The fact that they haven't given up on it blows my mind. They've dumped years and years into it, so I got to give them props for that, regardless of how old or shitty things get.
Yeah, one last thing, even though it is an older game, it just proves to me that Microsoft is serious about the 120 hertz thing.
Yes.
Or else they wouldn't be doing this,
Exactly.
And it's 4K on the Series X, and I mean, I don't know what the Series S is going to pump out, but at least it's 4K 120 on the Series X, which is pretty good.
AP Cool J, what's up, man? Glad that you could make it here. See you, Jago. Have a great night, brother. We'll catch you again soon. No, absolutely. It's good stuff, man. Like, shout out to companies that still do that. Like, Hello Games is one of that comes to my mind. Look where No Man's Sky is now compared to where that was a few years ago. That game is completely overhauled. You'd hardly even recognize it if you played it at launch and you played it now. It's just like it's so close now to the original vision, and it's the game that it should have been at the start. But obviously, small indie team with very limited resources, and there you go, right? So good on them. Good on them. Dreadpool, what's going on, brother? All right,
that's really a diamond in the rough example, though. Like, how many games have come out with that vision and failed and flopped to, deliver on that vision?
That's a good point.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
No
No,
Man's
that
Sky
is.
went above and beyond what they actually initially touted and didn't deliver. So
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
impressive shit.
yeah, there's lots of developers that made promises and just gave up, just walked away and said, "Frig it," But these guys stuck with it after all the crap they took and all the memes. Sean Marine Company just dropped off the radar for a while, came back and said, "Screw you guys, we're gonna make this game. Let's do it." I like that shit. More and more developers need to do that, and it's great for their reputation moving forward, and good stuff, man. So good on them. Let's get into the next topic, and this one will probably apply a little bit more to those of us who are in the VR landscape. I know Titan's not a huge fan of VR, I don't believe, but myself and the mag just recently picked up the Oculus Quest 2. So pretty excited about it. Haven't really had a chance to spend a lot of time with it yet, but so far so good. I'm enjoying it. But here's the kicker, and this is the one that I've heard a lot of people talk about. And this is not just with the VR or the Oculus Quest. It's with a lot of different things right now, and that is the whole thing about privacy and the violations of it, so to speak. I know a lot of us have to sign these massive user agreements before we can use a lot of video games these days. I don't know how many times you pick on an app on your phone, and the first thing you see is, do you allow this app to take your pictures, sound, stuff from your phone? And I'm like, what the fuck do you need to look at my pictures and my fucking audio and shit? You know what I mean? And a lot of times apps are left unusable if you don't accept their terms and conditions and that sort of stuff. Now, how much they actually do use of it, you don't really know. Like, some people think that, if you got a camera in your house that's spying on you 24/7. I highly doubt that any company on the planet's got people that are recording millions of people 24/7, and in most cases they'd probably be pretty disgusted if they were.
They just want to see those dick pics, bro.
Well, the fuckers will be going blind if they're squinting their mind all night long. So everybody's just catching in on that short joke.
Yeah.
Just keep going. Come on. Roll into another one.
All right, I'm in fine form, baby. So simply, like I said, and it also, we saw this with the new PlayStation Party chat agreement. So that's where we start with this. Oculus Quest requires a Facebook account, and you have to sign in. So a lot of that stuff is kind of out in the wild. So the question is, and it's going to come down, and I will start again with the panel. Are companies really going too far with the data mining and the breach of privacy? Everybody's going to have a little different take on this, I'm sure, but I want to hear your opinions on it. And maybe you can give me some examples of the ones that really sort of bother you guys the most. Same with the chat, guys. If there's things that are bothering you, put them out there. And this is something we have to let all these developers and publishers know too, because I really think it's starting to get a little bit nuts with how much they're infringing and basically saying, well, if you don't agree to it, you don't use our products. Well, how many fucking products would you use out there if we had to say no to everything, right? Probably next to nothing. So let's start with the Mag on this one. Mag, since you got the Oculus and you had to sign your soul over to the Zuckerberg devil, how do you feel?
Well, it's kind of weird. I actually don't. There's so much hypocrisy in all of this. Okay, there really is. The reason why is, a lot of us complain about it. I complain about it, and I sometimes, the only time I feel uneasy is when it's Tencent or one of those companies, and they're asking me for my information, and I almost kind of pause for a moment, and I'm like, do I want to give the Chinese government my email? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something weird about it that just makes me slightly uneasy. And here's the hypocritical part. My brain says that, but the hypocrisy is I'm doing the exact same thing with Google, Facebook, and everybody else.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm freely giving my information to them. Meanwhile, they're doing the exact same fucking thing. Okay, but it's funny because it's like, well, our side versus their side, you know what I'm saying? Like this side of the world and that side of the world. And it's ridiculous because they're doing the same thing. Our phones are spying on us. Google's spying on us. Facebook's spying on us. Microsoft is spying on us. Sony is spying on us whenever their network is actually up and running. That kind of thing. Right? So, and then we complain about it and we're like, man, we got to log into Facebook. But when I'm not talking on the podcast, what's the first thing we're doing? We're checking our fucking Twitter. Right. And Twitter's staring at us.
Yeah.
And the cameras look at, you know what I'm saying? So we're doing the exact same thing. Or you're farting around on Facebook, like, going through whatever game groups you're part of or the marketplace or whatever. We're doing it anyway. So I don't really see that much. I mean, there is a problem with it, and they're kind of painting us in a corner, which I'm not happy about, but they're not really giving us much of a choice because you know what? What are you going to do? And I know that sounds really sort of defeating because you're kind of bending the knee to the big, to the big boss, so to speak, and the big overlords. Because at the end of the day, whether it's the United States, Canada, whatever, the governments do not rule the country. Corporations rule the country. Okay, they call the shots. So unfortunately, if we want to continue playing, being part of this hobby that we absolutely adore and love, then unfortunately, this is part of it now. And
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a compromise here, and it's not. I'm just, for the record, I'm not happy about it, and I'm not comfortable and entirely comfortable about it. But at the same time, what the hell else are you gonna do? You know? And I also think about this: if they're spying on me, what am I doing? Like, you're literally watching me. Like, if someone were to spy on me, like, Laura, let's watch that mag. Let's see what he's up to. The same fucking thing every day. Home, school, to the kids, work, back home, beer store, home. That's fucking it. That's my whole life. So, like, I could just tell them that. I'm like, guys, listen, I go to 4 places: the beer store, work, drop the kids off at school, and my fucking house. That's it. That's my whole life. I have no problem with that. So whatever, what are you spying on? Like, you're going to see me in my underwear playing fucking Gears 5? That's all you're going to see. You know what I'm saying? With a beer in my lap, right? So I don't care if they're spying on me. Fucking spy on me. If I find out they're spying on me, I'm going to start playing games naked so that they can see me.
I was just going to say, if they want to check me out on
fucking
Gaming
right,
After
dude.
Dark without my pants on, I mean,
everybody turn your webcams on and close off. Anyway, in all seriousness, there really is not much we can do, brother.
They'll cancel all those deals once Forkboy gets naked.
Ain't no shit.
They're watching
Doggy Dog 420. They deliver my weed
in the background. Oh, Fork just got slapped again.
Doggy Dog 420 said the
Fork.
weed store, and I'm like, nah, dude, I get my weed delivered to me. It's Canada here, dude. They deliver it to my house.
There you go. Awesome. What's going on, Lady AF? How are you, my friend? Glad you could be here. What's going on? Red Pool's in the house. Infamous, like I'd spy on Lady AF. I bet you would. Great take on that, Titan. How do you feel about it, brother?
A few different things. So I told my son when he asked for a VR, I said, I will never have a VR headset in my house. But maybe Santa will pull a surprise out of his old bag of tricks. You never know, right? So, but as far as the spying on stuff, like, people sure do think a lot of themselves, like you say, like, companies aren't trying to spy on you. They just want to see what you're searching so they can make more money off of you. They don't give a shit.
They just want those dick pics.
They don't give a damn if you're naked or whatever the hell you do with your time. God, I hate that people are so full of themselves. They think of that. and I'm so tired of people fear-mongering the most ridiculous crap. And then they turn around and go to party at Club COVID and spread the shit like wildfire.
That ain't no shit.
But hey, as long as COVID doesn't record your Google searches, and apparently they don't give a damn.
HR Bomber's naked now. I hope that beard is long enough to cover shit.
I have a service announcement.
Go ahead.
Oh, that was fast. Holy shit.
Cold one. I like it. Yeah, you great point there, man. Great point. Okay. Are you
right? Thank you for the thank you for the pat on the back there.
Well, are you finished, or because it's not? Yeah. I wasn't sure if you're in between thoughts or not here.
No, I'm done.
All right. Hopefully, I caught up with the chat here before we head over to our guests. What's going on, everybody? If I didn't give you a shout out, make sure you just give me a hello in the chat here. Make sure we say hello to everybody here tonight. Fastback is hanging out with us. What's going on, brother? How are you? Doggy Dog, Pong Soul, Axel 1324, Captain Crunch, Dr. Dinglenut. Everybody's in the house tonight. Spider-Man, Timothy Dixon, the Truth Teller. All right, guys. I'll go with Husk on this one since he just cracked open a nice throat soother. How about you, man? how do you feel about it? Obviously, you're a PlayStation 5 guy too, right? So, or you might be a PlayStation guy. I mean, obviously, getting in their party chats, does that fucking bother you? That sort of thing. And has anybody here on the chat or in the chat or the panel, has anybody ever been sort of flagged or anybody by any of the companies yet for maybe saying something stupid or having something like that?
Never.
Never. I'm just ready for my PS5 controller blowjob.
I've been banned before on Xbox twice for typing KYS.
Wow.
KYS.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know what that means. There you
go.
Fuck? Yeah, I could see that. I could see that being flagged. Yeah. Titan, what were you thinking, man?
I'm thinking they took away my go-to. I've been using that since I was a teenager, man. Go kill yourself,
Yeah, well, those teenagers work for Microsoft now, so they know the abbreviations.
Right.
You want to hear something weirder? We were playing Among Us, and a Fork was hosting it, and I tried to type spoon into the private chat, and it censored it. I'm not joking. It was just a weird, ironic thing, but apparently that game thinks the word spoon's not a safe word.
Wow. How about fork?
Fork was fine. That's why it was ironic.
I'm gonna fork you with a spoon.
But as far as the privacy thing goes, we gave that shit up years ago, and people freak out. I agree with Titan on pretty much everything he said. But the U.S. government, I don't know if you guys know this, are filing a lawsuit against Google.
I just read that like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. So it's not that it's not serious, but it's not. I don't know. Some like me and probably the rest of you don't think it's. I don't know. I think it's silly to think that it wasn't gonna come to this point.
Yeah.
Like, it was always there. Like, the second you had a mobile device in your hand, the second you logged onto a computer for the first time, like, it's the fucking internet.
Yeah.
Like, somebody can steal your identity and ruin your fucking life. And you're worried about a search engine or a website accessing, granted, I don't think it's necessary that they should access your photos and shit unless it's a site like Twitter or Facebook or something, social media that needs access to that so you can post it. Like, they ask you permission first and you have to grant it. It's your fucking choice. If you don't like it, get the fuck off the platform. Stop being a dumb fucking piece of shit. Stop being an asshole. Tell them fucking no.
They made me hit yes.
Throw your phone in the fucking trash can. Get rid of your console. Get rid of your computer. Live off the fucking grid. Go fucking out into the boonies and build a fire, you fucking whiny bitch. That's how I feel.
It sounds like somebody's had an issue with Facebook or something in the past.
I fucking hate Facebook, but I'm sick of people bitching and complaining about this horse shit that's been going on for fucking ever. It's been here. You just didn't know it. You didn't pay attention until it was a fucking thing to bitch about on the internet.
And it's like the old saying goes, in most cases, if you got nothing to hide, what are you afraid of?
Exactly. Yeah. They want to see my fucking dick. More power to them. Put it on the fucking internet. I don't give two shits.
Like I said, man, I got nothing to hide. Like, I'm not a criminal. I don't do anything wrong. Like I said before, when I went on my rant, I literally go to 4 places. That's my and that's it.
I like
so like I don't break the law. I don't do it. The only people who are scared of this shit are people who are doing shady shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're like, oh, fuck, they're spying on me. Well, I'm not hanging around behind a fucking warehouse at 4 a.m. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Waiting for the drop off.
Because here's another thing. The government over there in Asia is going to totally use my data to fuck our government up somehow. My dick pics and my Facebook posts, my Twitter posts are going to be the downfall to U.S. society as we know it. So
yeah. It's really true. Those North American penises are bigger.
Easy on the tinfoil, motherfuckers. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Calm
it's very,
down.
shit. People just take it and go nuts. They think the worst is always going to happen, and yeah. So let's get some more takes on it. Youngest, you can have the floor on this one. How do you feel about it, brother?
Really, I don't really care. I don't mind if I mean everyone goes on Instagram, posts their pictures. They go on Twitter, they post their things. TikTok, they post everything they can. You know, my concern is, let's say you get banned or flagged from Facebook. Do you lose all your progress, or what happens there?
Right.
Because in my case, my youngest son is the one that wants a VR. So I'm thinking of getting him one, but I'm not gonna set him up with a Facebook account. You know, so I don't know how they're working. I mean, I was gonna ask you, Noob, since you just got the one. I wanted to grab him. Right. But when it comes to other things, like for myself, just like I know you guys we're joking around, like don't post your things. Husk was saying, don't have whatever you don't want your information on. For me, I only have Twitter just for gaming, just for situations like this. I don't have anything else going on. You see my picture right there. It's covered with the mask because I don't want people to know who I am, but that's more because of my line of work. I don't want someone saying, oh, my medical provider was saying this while he was on this show. You know, I want to keep that separate from work. So that's why I only have Twitter. I have fun with you guys and on Twitter, you know, whatever, gaming and whatever else I can find. But that's pretty much it. And but yeah, I mean, I don't mind. It's just that. Do you lose your progress? Sure. I don't know. You could probably answer that, Noof, if you get flagged.
Well, I don't know what happens in terms of the Oculus stuff. I think we're all fairly aware what happens when it's PlayStation or Xbox and stuff like that. But I will say this much: if you are considering a VR, say for your kids, and especially considering you have to create a Facebook account to do it for something like the Oculus 2, and probably a lot more VR headsets in the future, keep this in mind: is unlike a game console where you can somewhat monitor what's happening, when you're in the Oculus, he's the only person that's going to see what's happening on the screen. You can't see it. It's not like it's being broadcast at a television set, right?
No, you can't move.
Huh?
With the Oculus Quest 2, you can.
You can.
Yeah, you could broadcast it to a cell phone or a smart TV.
Ah, okay. Well, I didn't know that, because I was going to say, because with no way to monitor it, and because Oculus is built in, like Facebook has their hands in so many different apps, so like all these apps are basically built in to the Oculus right from the get-go. So like Instagram is part of Facebook, and you got Facebook, and and all these things are there, and once you start signing up with your accounts, it's like bloop 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 bloop. You know what I mean? It's and it's a very social type of VR headset, as opposed to just more of a gaming headset. So you just got to keep some of that stuff in mind. There is lots of privacy settings there as well, but something you should do your research on before you fully go out and drop one for kids. You know what I mean?
You know what you could do, Youngest, actually. Sorry, Youngest, you could do this, dude. You can actually create a Facebook account for your son and just don't use it. Don't put any pictures. Yeah. Don't put anything. Just sign up a Facebook account. Take you 35 seconds, and just have it active but not usable by anybody. Right. And then you use that for your Oculus Quest. You'll never get banned.
What's fucked up is that you have to.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. So mine's attached to my account, but I don't really interact on Facebook very much. I just kind of scroll through it, see what everybody's up to. And then that's it. I don't post often, maybe once every 4 months, but it's there, and I'm never going to get banned because the only groups I'm part of are video game groups. We talk shit.
Yeah,
just about consoles
it's
and gaming.
Becoming nothing more than a console you wear on your face, where you have to have an account and a profile. That's the other argument. Is that
just keep your nose clean, man. It's all good.
Yeah,
you don't say anything stupid.
And we do the same now with Xbox Live and PlayStation.
Exactly.
So what you do, like I said, Youngest, create an account with your son, for your son, and then that's the account that you exclusively use on the Quest, not yours, not with your face or anything like that. Just use that,
or
you don't even have to put a picture of him.
Ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, just put a picture of a teddy bear. That's the profile picture. Like, it doesn't have to be his face. They don't give a shit.
As long as
that's it, man.
Profile.
It's basically like a dummy account of sorts.
There you just leave it alone.
That's a good
That's
way
exactly
to
it.
Dummy account. Yep.
And Facebook is hearing us say all this shit right now.
Sounds good. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
How about you, Tempest? You got your dick pic secured or what?
Oh no, I actively post them everywhere I can. So no, man, I don't. The VR thing, like, I felt a little jelly because of Half-Life Alyx this year, but I just can't. Not with the kids running around. I just can't. Even if it's like untethered or not wires, I just can't do VR at the moment. So I mean, as far as this sign-in thing goes, I don't got anything to hide. I don't really care if somebody's spying on me. They're just seeing a dude go work all day, come home, shower, play with my kids, and play video games. I got like the most boring / fulfilling / boring life ever. It's like, it is what it is, man. So I don't know. I don't think it's really an issue. I mean, are they spying on you? Of course they are. But they've been doing that, for years. I also find it funny too. You think about all this crap and just think about all the crap Xbox ran into in 2013 and, with the Kinect and everything like that, so it's just, whatever.
Yeah. PlayStation's always this. Xbox always spying on you. Now, like, it's a lot of it's BS. And at the end of the day, and Titan summed up when he started, it's all about advertising, and it's what you call smart advertising. What they're doing is they're looking at algorithms and data to base on better, obviously, like say you're always visiting the Wendy's website or fucking McDonald's, right? So they're going to have a lot more ads that are suited to what you're looking at. So all of a sudden you notice that the sites that you frequently visit, what are you seeing? You're seeing burger ads. You're seeing stuff that's tailored to your taste. And it only makes sense because that's likely, like, they get more traction by having ads that are relatable to the person looking at them, where television doesn't really have that fact. Like back in the day, you had an ad and you know what happened? You didn't like the fucking ad. In most cases, you didn't pay attention to it, or you didn't care. Or you got up and walked away.
Off your couch and went to McDonald's.
Exactly. It's your time to get up and take a piss, or grab your beer or whatever. But when the ads are at least relatable to you, and trust me, it has worked, because I don't know how many times lately in particular, I've been scrolling through my Instagram, right? And you guys are familiar with Sideshow collectibles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been ordering stuff from Amazon and these guys, and I've been getting these figures and stuff. And guess what? I'm starting to get all of a sudden getting a lot more ads that are like about collectibles and stuff, as opposed to stuff I would have no interest in. And guess what's after happening, guys? I'm after buying some extra shit because I saw an ad that I had no idea I was going to see it. But it's all related to based on what I've searched, the keywords I put in, et cetera, et cetera. And that's really more about what it's about. It's about helping these corporations. A lot of the corporations, what they're trying to do, and this is their key, and this is kind of the key with the Oculus Quest 2. It's cheaper, right? It's a cheaper entry-level headset, but they swallow some of that cost a little bit because they know more people will buy it if it's more attractive financially to go pick one up at, like Canada, the 64 gigs, $399, which is actually not bad. And it's $460, I think, for the 256. So like it's a better entry level price point, but they swallow some of that cost in turn to get more in the homes, and in turn make it back again through the advertising. And it still sucks. I'm not trying to defend it necessarily, but I am saying that's really a lot of this stuff is about more than anything. It's about tracking your data. And yes, some of it is kind of like, because you get that everywhere, like how much is your household income, right? Blah, blah, blah. Because they're trying to get these analytics like, a household that spends $50,000 or gets $50,000 a year is more likely to spend, say, $600 on entertainment in the first 6 months of these are the things that those analytic guys, those numbers guys who sit in their office, that's what they do, and that helps them get better return on investment. That's really at what it is. And they, like I said, I don't think they're too interested in seeing your fucking dick pics or what you're doing to your wife, or if you're smoking ganja on the couch. Nobody really fucking gives a shit about that.
Data
stuff.
makes money. Numbers make money.
Numbers make money.
I do know. I do know the moment it goes too far, though, is if they take this information and start shoving ads during
sell it.
Yeah, if they start like just shoving ads everywhere where you don't want them because of the data they got on you.
Oh, like
that's where
yeah. Well, yeah, you see that all the time, and it's a perfect example. Just even today, like I go to the mailbox, right? And so my wife, she donates to various charity, one or two, right? But guess what happens? They're sharing her data with other companies. And guess what I'm seeing all the time now? We're getting all of these extra charities coming in my mailbox asking for money just because she fucking paid for one or two. And it's like, okay, it's getting a bit stupid because now you guys are sharing that data, and they obviously know, like my wife's never given fucking money to these other places before, but now they're sending us mail. Like I'm thinking that's not random. You know what I mean? They have our address. They know we're donating money. So they're like, oh, let's hit up these people again.
Hold on.
So that's the kind of shit you start getting a little bit annoyed with. It's like, all right, I gave you guys money. Doesn't mean you got to share this with all of your other fundraising friends. And that's kind of the same thing we're going to see electronically as well. And you see that all the time with your junk mail. If you go in your junk mail account, you get a lot of crap that's just like, it's sort of relatable to you, but you're like, why am I getting so much of this junk now? And yeah, we're going to talk about that, Dreadpool, the NBA 2K ads that are forced on the actual full price version of the game. We might as well segue right into that.
I forgot a really super important question though.
Do it.
I want to ask you about your car's extended warranty.
Yeah.
Um,
You're awful.
There's only one thing extended in my house, and the wife's going to get it later. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah. You start. You start taking Viagra or something. Next thing you know, you got 40 different penis pills trying to show up at your house, right?
Good point.
Oh boy. All right. Hey, the original Next Level Gaming's in the house. We got Jay Swoles 510 here. What's happening, brother? Fugly is here. Wilmy Hood. What's going on, brother? Thanks for stopping by, Wilmy. Jesse Derby's in the house. Darko's Dreamers is here. Emmanuel A1. Manuel, hopefully you're sticking around, buddy, because you need some points tonight for that. Thanks, Sean Carpenter's here. What's going on? Dreadpool's here. So Dread, hopefully you're sticking around to the end of the show because you have a chance to win this shit this week, brother. All right, so let's segue off of that sort of into something else that is very relatable, and that is we've seen this for a while, and it's definitely more comprehensible with the free-to-play games because we get it. They have to make back some of their money somehow, and they do it through advertising. But when you're paying full price for a game and they're throwing unskippable ads in your face, I don't think that's cool at all. I think a lot of you guys will probably agree. I think that's just overstepping your bounds. And we're talking about the first offender here who seems to be offending everything lately. 2K Games, NBA 2K21. First, they charging more for the next-gen upgrades. Now, apparently, they're sticking ads into the full price game. Now, I'm not sure if it's on all the platforms or was just on the Oculus or whatever it is. But, let's start with that. Who wants to take the floor on 2K and the unskippable ads on a full-price game?
I'll go ahead.
Do it. Go ahead.
I think everybody has something to say. So yeah, somebody else go ahead. I'm
Do
gonna
it.
take
All right. So there's an article that came out in Forbes today by Brian Mazik, and he's saying that 2K intends to fix these ads as they don't intend for the negative. They don't intend for these ads to impact the player in a negative way or give a negative experience, right? So supposedly 2K is going to fix it, and that he goes on to say this. I just want to read off what he said. He said ads in games, especially short ones like this, have never put me off. Then again, I'm all for the people and the organizations capitalizing on their talents, possessions, and assets as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. And pretty much goes on to say that he doesn't mind as long as it's making them money, so why shouldn't they be able to make money off of these ads? But the problem is that when it affects you in a negative way, you're already paying $70, $80, $90, $100 for these games. And if it affects you in a way where you can't skip an ad, you just want to be playing, then it's not fair for the consumer, right? You're already putting up this dough for this game and then having to watch a 60-second clip after you're done loading for that that said area of you're starting a game like the 2K game, the basketball game. I don't mind ads if they're in the background. I think it gives them more of a legitimacy to it. Like when you're watching a basketball game on TV and you see the ads in the background, I don't mind that. But if it's interfering with the game itself, where you have to wait and watch and you're forced to do it, then that's where I say they're crossing the line,
Well, exactly. Can you imagine in between, you score first 10 points and then you take the break, just kind of like TV, and then all of a sudden you get like a fucking toothbrush ad or some shit. You'd be like, what the frig, man? I just paid $80 for this game. And if it's one thing to put them in and you can hit the A button and go, okay, skip ad. Okay, that's at least somewhat tolerable. But these companies should know better. This is not something new, and they've heard the fans rip them apart many times. So why did they do it at all? They shouldn't even have to get to the point where, oh, we got to take it out or we got to fix it. It just shouldn't even be there.
Yeah.
They're going to give away the game for free, and they're going to say, at the disclosure at the start of the game, this game is free of charge. You may download it, but there will be ads, and you say accept or decline. Boom. Okay, that's on you. But that's about it, right?
Yeah, and like I said, they did put out the tweet today. 2K did that they were going to fix it, so I hope they do.
That's so just going back on what they just said. What? We're not hurting anyone. Well, are we hurting you when are gamers hurting you when we don't buy your game because you're pieces of shit? I mean, like, what the hell's next? I mean, like, I guess they could make us pay to watch these ads. Oh wait, they are, because this is right up there with freaking Hulu. Okay, making people pay for live TV to watch some of their shows at $56 a month. My wife showed this to me because she likes those baking shows, right? And apparently that's the move Hulu made. Like we only have Hulu because we got a deal that it was $1 a month. I hate that goddamn. I mean, you got it. This is a little off topic, but like, I hate Hulu to begin with. It's a subscription service. You have to watch ads. You have to pay extra to watch certain shows. Like, how is this any different from that? You have to pay for the console service. You have to pay for the damn game. Now they want you to watch unskippable ads. And Grandma Mag, cover your ears for a second, because I'm sorry, but like, I don't give an absolute fuck. Like fuck off. Like, to the max, NBA 2K21. Like, I was gonna buy your game because, hey, I'll give them this much. It looks amazing. That next gen looks freaking crazy. But I'll be damned if I'm going to go pay for your game while you make me watch unskippable ads during it. It's not like, what fucking douchebag thought that was a genius fucking idea? Like, your stock is about to drop at the same rate as EA's did, okay? With the whole loot crate debacle and then the pay to win scienarios. This is right up there with all of that. Next.
Can I piggyback right off of this? Keep that momentum going on this, because I actually just looked it up while Titan was going off there, and they actually said this. Listen to the words very carefully, okay? It says that the ads were not meant, quote, not meant to run as part of the pre-game introduction. That's all they said. Pre-game introduction. That means, to me, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, maybe someone could correct me, but that means that they're literally just picking out one portion of these ads, saying, "Oh, it's not part of the pregame, but it might show up somewhere else. Maybe at halftime, or maybe at the end of a quarter, or anything like that, or maybe at if one of the teams takes a timeout." They never fucking specified that. All they specified was pre-game ads. Okay, I just looked it up. It's right in front of my face right now. I'm reading it. So who the hell knows, man? I got to tell you, I'm not happy about this. And like I said, like Noof said, like Titan said, like everybody else said it. Okay, if you're paying full price for this game, even HR Bomber said in the chat, he kind of stole it from me. I was about to yell this out. It's not fucking YouTube. Okay, YouTube is free. Yeah, right. That's right. I can go to skip ads 5, 4, 3, and my thumb is sitting there going, all right, skip, right? I can do that because it's a free service.
Yeah.
Okay. If I want to pay for the ultimate, it's the same thing as Spotify. Like, I have Spotify when I exercise. Okay. I don't pay for Spotify. Once every half hour, they put on a commercial. I will suffer through that one commercial because I'm getting all that content for free. Yes. And I have no issue with that. Okay. I've signed up for that. That's the penalty. That's the punishment that I pay for not paying for the service. That's fine. But if you're paying for, just like Titan said, you're paying for Xbox Live or PS Plus, okay, or you're paying for, and you're paying for the game full price. And don't forget, guys, there's also is there also not like microtransactions? You can buy characters.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, right? So now you got microtransactions, DLC, all this other horse shit. And then on top of it, I have to watch a fucking Canadian Tire commercial? Okay? That's ridiculous. That is an absolute travesty. And you know the thing is, it does look like a great game. Okay, it looks like a fantastic game, but I'm not going to fucking play it. I mean, there are way too many games out there. You think in the middle of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I'm going to be sitting there going, "We must storm this village." Brought to you by Gatorade. You know what I mean? They're not going to do shit like that. We're getting a fucking experience. We're getting a gaming experience. We're going to be locked into that experience. And was it Yungest or Husk? Maybe it was Husk who said it. I don't know which one of you two said it. Said that the ads in the background, that's just like real life. Okay, that's when you're watching a sport. When I'm watching a sport, they have the little thing on the bottom of the, if
It's
you're
on
watching
the
basketball.
boards in front of the fucking
Right.
announcers and
That's
shit.
what I'm saying. With the officials sit and the referees doing the instant replay and all that horseshit, they got those little ads on the bottom. Well, if you do that in game, again, just like you were saying, that adds to the realism and experience of the actual, of the actual sporting event, because you see that in real life. You're like, oh, wow, that's so cool, because it's exactly like it would be as if you were watching a game. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But if you cut away, you are taking away from the experience of the player, and now they're getting pulled out of the experience. That's fucking bullshit to me. Anyway,
It's
sorry.
right in the middle of fucking gameplay.
Yeah.
How goddamn stupid are you? You're not watching a video. You're not watching a movie. Like me and Bomber both said, it's fucking gaming. It's not YouTube. It's supposed to be an immersive experience.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be into it. Nobody wants that shit. Nobody wants that shit. It's fucking stupid, and people are just trying to dip their fucking hand in the cookie jar way too goddamn much.
It's gonna bite
You're
them in the
making
ass.
enough. You're making
Yeah.
fucking enough. Stop it.
It's gonna bite them
Well,
in the ass.
great point, ATS. Great point. Because have you guys noticed recently too that the biggest offenders of this shit are the fucking biggest publishers, the ones
Yes.
who already got the fucking biggest
the most
parts of
money.
the stock market. They already got the biggest games, the biggest licenses, and they're the fucking ones that are like leeching the fans, taking them to the bank. It's like, yeah, we like EA, for example. Their profits on Madden and FIFA got to be ridiculous because they make the same fucking game pace. They literally spend like next to nothing to make these games now, other than pay their fucking staff to copy and
they
paste.
charge you
right?
digital
And they charge you
fucking card
fucking
decks.
dollars Canadian for this fucking copy and paste crap that people eat up every fucking year. I see my buddies every time NHL comes up, like, could you guys stop fucking buying the same shit over and over again?
Oh, no. That NHL 21, though.
Oh, I
Man,
haven't bought one
it
since
looks good.
2018, bro. And I ain't buying one either. Like, no, they gotta fucking overhaul that shit, or I ain't
Dude,
buying.
I'll tell you what. If NBA, God, this fucking 2K. If NHL 21 had smart delivery, I probably would have bought it the other day.
Yeah.
It looks that good, man. I was impressed with everything.
The next shot of war is brought to you by Trojan Condoms, and this message is from Kratos. Because I don't want any more boys.
It's fucking stupid. Like, make it like less invasive. That's all they have to do. Like, even like on a replay screen, throw a little fucking tile that pops out, a little fucking ticker, or with a little logo on it. Big fucking deal. You won't notice it.
Oh, well, the things that I've heard too are like the next gen consoles, they're going to be loading up in like 3 to 5 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So unless these goddamn ads are like, which they're not going to be, who knows how even long these things are going to be? Like, they're unskippable.
Yeah.
That wet word's been thrown around way too much already. So you're waiting around for this ad. We just got rid of loading times. Now we got to replace it with ads.
The game loads in 3 seconds, but you got an unskippable 30-second fucking ad. Can you imagine the irony there?
The fucked up thing is, like, 2K was like almost like they had this chance to be the fucking hero of sports games and not be EA, and they're becoming fucking EA.
You had one job.
You had one fucking job, motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I think
You guys spoke for me already. I can't talk about it anymore. I'll punch a fucking baby.
It's
in the face.
stressful. Like, why do they? We love these game creators, and we show credit where we give credit where it's due, and we show appreciation. Granted, a lot of people just hate to hate because people love to hate, but I'd like to think for the most part, they get credit where it's due, and this just ain't it.
We need somebody out there to make an ad blocker for fucking consoles.
Good
yeah,
one.
there you go. You're on to something, man.
Someone will do it.
I do have a question though, like legit
Go ahead.
question for because free-to-play games are becoming so popular. Would you rather them monetize it or just continuously update the game with content and just make you watch ads? Like, But yeah, Mag was saying he listens to that one ad on Spotify. Could they even possibly make enough?
Why not give you the choice for 2 versions? So when you download the game, you have that choice right from the get-go. Do you wish to continue as a free but enjoy the ads, or would you like to pay without the ads? Here's your small subscription fee.
Right.
And that's where the $10 hike comes from on PlayStation.
Well, yeah, the real issue is it's 2K,
No,
and they're going to monetize. They're going to charge you for like every haircut. They're going to charge you for whatever brand of sneaker your players are using. They're going to charge you for everything. And then if they shoehorn, the ads in there, that's where it just becomes ridiculous. Like you can't defend that. I mean, that's like, that's as bad as it gets, you know? So.
All right. Any further thoughts on this particular topic before we move into Ask Arnold? So that's your hint, guys, in the chat. Ask Arnold is coming up, so get your questions ready. Froggy T. Wright, what's happening, brother? Thanks for being here. The doctor is in the house. Captain Crunch is here. James 176 is in the house. Pong Soul is here. We got War in here. Starting to sound like War for a while. Let me tell you, ACS Husk, he's ready to go to World War 2K. Darko's Dreamers, Avish, Crispy Bomb, Jesse Dabe. Yeah, Princess Zelda, how are you doing? Glad you can be here. All right, let's continue this conversation. Any more thoughts, guys, before we do the Ask Arnold? Yes or no?
Fuck ads in video games.
There you go.
Stop that
Thumbs it right
shit.
Random Kraken's in the house. Saltiest Gaming, what's up, brother? Thanks for being here, guys. All right, it is now time to Ask Arnold. And anybody on the panel, the guests or the panel members, do you have any questions for the Arnonator?
Arnold, are you getting to the age where you feel like you need a nap every day?
I've got to always have a nap every day because life is terrible. It's hot, and right now I'm just really tired of turning on the TV and going outside, and you got to look at all this crap about the COVID, and everybody's wearing masks. But honestly, the masks aren't nearly that bad because now it eliminates a lot of ugly people. So unless you got really ugly eyeballs, you don't have to stare at ugly people all the time. It's kind of nice. You go to Walmart now and actually have some semblance of normalcy. You can be there and it's like, she ain't half bad now, but let's keep the Baraka mask on. Okay, let's go do it. Cyber Gunner, what's up, brother? How you doing? We got Cyber says, what do you think about Wilmy Hood's memes? Wilmy Hood, my God, I swear it. Wilmy is a master of memes. He's got so many great ones every day. I sit there and I scroll through my timeline, and it's amazing. He's always got something funny to say, and some of it is actually very true to us, so that you really got to like what Wilmy Hood does there. In this kind of age and day of depression, and stuff like that, we need guys like Wilmy Hood out there to set the bar and keep dropping the great memes.
Excellent.
When are you gonna make your debut on FWNR?
All you got to do, ACS Husk, is just say the word, man. And I swear to God, one of these days I'll come to your house and we'll have a really cold beer together, and we'll talk about all of these shit ass podcasters and all these idiots like Noof Nukem, and we'll just sit back in the kickback with the beers, and maybe we'll pump some weights. And if not, fuck it, I'm 70 odd years old, I get fat, whatever, we'll do it. What's this? Psychonauts. How did I miss any questions here, guys? Keep me in track here on the questions because we got a bunch of them coming in right now.
Arnold, do you plan to play the new Doom Eternal expansion that came out today?
Oh my God, I can't wait to play the Doom Eternal expansion. That game is incredible. Everything is moving so fast. You got all of these guns. It's like being Commando on crack, only you're stuck in space with a bunch of ugly aliens. Well, that almost sounds like Predator, to be honest with you. Maybe we should have a Predator game. What do you guys think? We should do a Predator game where I'm in there, I'm voicing a character, but it's set like Doom. And you're just running through the corridors and you're shooting all these ugly-ass aliens in the face. And maybe they do some crossover stuff in there as well. Maybe we do the aliens, we do the predators, and all of that stuff there, and I just go in and kick everybody's ass.
What's your favorite position?
It's always got to be doggy style because you can fuck anything when you're back on. They all look good from that angle.
Says, it's live with you tonight again.
Who?
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, it's live with you tonight again. Is that the doctor saying, "Hey Arnold, it's live with you tonight again"?
Sly is always in the back. I don't know what the hell he's saying half of the time. All I hear him back just going, and I just like, forget it. It's very sly. You stay in the back. You keep dyeing your hair, and you keep making more Rambo movies. I'm still gonna kick your ass.
Maybe I'm not
Said Kraken's asking if you had an NBA 2K ad, what would it be?
Oh God, that's a great question. Huh? The great question would be, I know a perfect ad for it. NBA 2K21 is brought to you by Minute Maid. Fuck them all. All right, guys. Good stuff. We'll do one last question. Who's next? Who did I miss here, guys? Anybody else?
Will you fight Sly?
We got Froggy to right. Does Arnold know what Xbox might be planning in New Zealand? No, I really haven't been to New Zealand for a very long time. I want to get there at some point in time. I really have no idea. But needless to say, I'm pretty sure Xbox is going to do right by all you guys, and they will get there, and they're going to deliver a great experience for all you Kiwis, and it's going to be awesome.
Say Kiwi.
All right, we are good. What has happened to Lady AF? Yes, great question, guys.
I read that too.
If I miss anybody, I do apologize. Maybe just hang on to your question for next week. Only going to do so many. We got to keep the show rolling right along. That was Ask Arnold. He will be back here on this podcast next week. I think ACS Husk may have just pissed himself along the way here. Good stuff, guys. I love doing that for you. So thank you. Oh boy, ask Lady. Get Lady to ask a question. There you go. She might have a dirty one for Arnold. Save it for next week, though, Lady. There you go. All right. Let's move right along. We got lots of great topics left to go. We still got the Titan segment coming up in the next generation and Mags with Name That Game. So that's coming up here shortly. Let's see where we're at in the timeline here, guys. Let's move it right along. Well, let me see. We already got through. Well, we'll talk about the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War beta and impressions. Titan, you got to play that new mode or whatever it was. So let's go around. And I won't even say anything because I haven't even played the beta and no intentions of playing this beta. I'm passing on this Call of Duty. Like, I'm not doing a Call of Duty every year. I like the Infinity Ward stuff. The rest of it can eat a dick. So yeah, who wants to take it over? Panel, you guys can have the first the floor. Maybe I'll start with Titan on this one.
No, I was just gonna say excellent. I'm in the middle of one right now, but no, I was just gonna say I feel the same way, Noof. Like I didn't play the beta either, and usually I'm all over it, but I'm really not interested in anything except for Warzone. Like, I enjoy Warzone so much, and Cold War is just they said they're just gonna add to the Warzone mode, so. And it's free to play, so I don't even plan on buying this COD unless, like, you have to get the unlocks by playing multiplayer, which I could see them doing. I could see them making it kind of like, because I don't obviously want, like, if the gun leveling and unlocking the attachments is anything like Warzone, which it is now, which I don't see them changing. Right, you got to get like all these kills to unlock all these attachments. You got to level up the guns. So it's super easy to do that if you have the multiplayer and you're on a small map and you can do it in, a couple hours or whatever, max out a gun in a couple hours. But without that, you're talking about using an unsilenced gun for weeks on end and you're just going to get tore up, But yeah, as far as the Warzone, this Warzone event, the Haunting of Verdansk, this is literally like my favorite event I've ever played. It's so cool, and I've only like really scratched the surface of it. They got so much cool stuff. Like, they got like boxes in every area of Verdansk where you open up a box and you got a random chance to like get this unlockable item, and if you get all of them, then you get the special reward. The new mode, the map night mode is awesome. They did a lot with the lighting and everything. Looks really cool. Also, what else? The zombie. So you get a kill, or when you die, you become a zombie. And if you get 2 kills as a zombie, or pick up 2, things that humans drop, they're like syringes or whatever. Then you get to come back, and you can do that over and over. Like I did it once. I did it like 8 times in one game. It was so, and it really just adds another level of like excitement because you can't even camp. These zombies coming from all over. They got abilities. They can jump, 2 stories high and at one leaping bound. It's so cool, man. I can go on for a while, but I'll let you guys have at it.
All right, just before the guys take over and answer, I just do want to catch up with Jesse Darby because apparently I'm ignoring his question with Arnold for a couple of weeks now. So here it is, Jesse. I brought Arnold back especially for you. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you for the question, and I'm really sorry. Obviously, the moderator here is not doing this good job. Noof, you're fucking fun.
Noof got kidnapped by Facebook.
And he wanted to know if I'm related to Cletus. And no, I hate to say it, but I'm not. Cletus is an absolute moron. And do I look like a moron to you? No. Plus, I don't fuck pigs. That is not my style. I like the movies. I do like, sometimes I get the maid. And we do little fun games in the back closet room. But no, I like to be here and do the podcast and answer all your great questions. You guys are fantastic. And that's about it. But thank you for the question. I'll be back next week. All right, continue on, guys. Continue on. Tempest, Husk, Yungest, Mag. Anybody want to talk about the Call of Duty Cold War beta?
Yeah, well, I can't speak to the beta. I can just speak to how I feel about the game in general. I'm more of a Battlefield guy. I am, but I play most of the Call of Duties. And you know what, man? I'm going to sit this one out. I've been keeping track of it. It goes from good to bad, depending on what they're doing with the game. And just Treyarch, the developers of this one, and specifically, pissed me off more than any of the other COD developers because I think they get the fundamentals the worst, like with the netcode and stuff like that. I remember Black Ops 4. I played the beta, and I knew the beta was running at 60 hertz tick rate, which means whatever you see on screen is what is actually happening on the server. That's like the optimal way you want to play a shooter. And so I'm like, man, this beta feels great. I loved it. It was just the beta, and I couldn't stop playing. I couldn't put it down. The actual game comes out, and it feels like complete crap. Feels like crap, nothing like the beta. And I'm wondering why. So I watch a bunch of videos and stuff. Here, they took the tick rate and bumped it down to like it was like 15 or 20 or something like that, which is horrendous. And it took them forever to fix it. And they pissed me off in the worst way. Their netcode is always horrible. I don't know. I feel like in a lot of ways, people look at them as like the best COD developer. And I personally think they're the worst. I think their map design is generally the best because it's just 3 lanes. But, if that's why it's the best, it's kind of sad if that's why it's the best. But I don't know. I'm just going to skip it, man, this time around. I mean, I don't even have the time to get into it. But and the stuff they're doing to Warzone, I think that's going to be free. So if you're into Warzone, unless you really like the base multiplayer, I mean, just skip it. If you love the campaigns, that's something else entirely. But even their campaigns, it's been a while since they've had like a good one. I think like the second one, Black Ops 2, I think was like the best one. So easily. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm skipping this one finally, and I'm actually going to stick to my guns and save my freaking money. So
nice, well said.
Yeah, right. I'm with Tempest on this one. It feels like if you're playing a FIFA every year over and over again, or every other sports game, you're spending $70-$80 in a game that you're just getting upgraded. That's what it seems like to me. So I'll pass on it as well. And I'm a big PvP online player. I mean, that's how I got my cool card for my kids. I get like 25 plus kills in Destiny. I love PvP and Halo, but to be doing it year after year, it's getting old.
Yeah.
All right. I have a totally opposing opinion on this.
Excellent.
I had a fucking total blast with Cold War. Don't get me wrong. I love Warzone. I love it that it's free to play.
How dare you?
The multiplayer for the most recent Call of Duty prior to the Cold War release is regurgitated, like all of them are. But What Treyarch has that Infinity Ward doesn't is zombies, which I'm super looking forward to. But the multiplayer has changed. It feels a lot like Call of Duty Black Ops 2 to me. I had so much fucking fun playing the beta. I really hope it doesn't change, but like Tempest said, they like to shit the bed when they actually release their games. Black Ops 3 was okay. Like it was trying to be a fucking Titanfall, Modern Warfare, whatever the fuck number clone.
Yeah.
It was still fun, but it wasn't fucking Black Ops. All right. Like Black Ops died at Black Ops 2 in my mind. And then Black Ops 4, I didn't fucking touch it. I didn't buy it. I didn't play it. I didn't even fucking borrow it because fuck you. That's not Black Ops. There was no campaign. There was this shit fucking thrown together garbage. Okay. It's not Black Ops. Be Black Ops. Stop being fucking everything else.
That's right.
And they lost their way after 2. This game feels like a semi-return to form. It's boots on the ground. It's a fucking map. It's teams going against each other. Lanes or not. I'm not going to get into the tactical fucking running through a map shit. This felt good.
Well, this one, Husk, you could say they're trying to take a page out of the Battlefield book.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's also true.
So this,
but all their maps, all but that fucking shitty open sand dunes one, I fucking hated that. The rest of it felt familiar. Like I picked up the game, I started playing, and I was fucking people up like I used to back in Black Ops 2. And I was having a blast. And then there were matches where I just get my shit pushed in because there were people that are like full-blown tactical assholes just doing whatever. But it felt right. It felt like Call of Duty again for the first time in a long time. I had fun with this game.
I gotta ask
since
you,
Black Ops 2.
I gotta ask you,
good.
What did you think of the sniping? Because to me, it looked overpowered. But you played it. I didn't play it. I just saw a lot of videos.
So yeah. Oh wow. The sniping. It's a little ridiculous. So like we all know how the quick scoping shit is with these games and how like unbalanced it always is. Every single fucking Call of Duty game. It's one way or the other. There's no middle ground. This one's no different. There's no middle ground. It is what it is. It's you're dead. And that's why I hate the sand dune map because it's wide open. Yes. Everything else, you at least have some kind of a chance. But this felt like Call of Duty to me. Not like the one we're playing now that comes with fucking Warzone. Like it feels good. It's fast paced. I don't know.
On that sniping, does it seem like every shot is a headshot?
Oh yeah, you're dead instantly. It's almost like it doesn't matter where the fuck they shoot you.
One more thing, they said they changed up the mechanic for when you get shot. They said when you flinch, like it no longer alters your aim anymore. So like it'll alter your camera, but it really doesn't alter your aim. And
so there's a super aimbot.
No.
It's you know historically Call of Duty, and I know it was really frustrated me because I would always call it. No, I would always call it getting Call of Duty headshot because you get the jump on someone, and so you start shooting them first, but their aimer gets pumped up to your head, all like seemingly every time, and they get a headshot on you. So I called it Call of Duty headshot, and so supposedly they took out that mechanic with this. So that's if anything, that's what I'm really excited for, to see more about that.
Yeah, I had no idea about that. I didn't know. It felt fucking good though. It seriously, it is the best mechanically feeling Call of Duty I've played in years for me. And I was an avid original Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2 player, where it was solid boots on the ground and kill streaks and just what Call of Duty is at its core.
Yeah.
This game feels like that. Minus that shitty fucking bomb exploding Warzone, whatever the fuck half-ass thing they did. That was garbage. But the rest of it felt right. It feels right.
Well, here's my quick take on the Call of Duty thing, and I'll let everybody else take the floor. I won't be long on mine. Look, here's the thing. What makes Call of Duty work for me is the same reason I don't want to buy it. And I don't know, does that make any sense at all? Because I love their formula. Look, one of the things that Call of Duty has always nailed, one, it's had, quick and easy lobby systems compared to other shooters. I don't know why the fuck so many people screw that up. But getting into matchmaking in Call of Duty is still relatively easier than just about any other fucking shooter on this planet. I don't know why so many multiplayer games are so complex, but Call of Duty does it relatively well for the most part. Second of all, like I said, they've always nailed the controls, the quick feel, the action, the pacing. Call of Duty games, no matter which developer's done it, have done great. And that's what I love about Call of Duty. Graphically, they've always been solid, very solid games. There's never really been a bad graphical Call of Duty game. Story-wise, they're all kind of like they're all pretty good. Some are really good, some are not so good. I did like the original Black Ops 2 a little bit, and then after that, of course, Black Ops did Black Ops 3 have the campaign, or was it Black Ops 4 that didn't have it?
Yeah,
Black Ops 4 didn't have a campaign.
Yeah,
right, because I remember, right? Even Titan said, I stuck to my guns. I said, I'm not buying that shit, right? And that's the thing. But when Call of Duty started becoming the annual franchise, and that's been for quite some time, that's when I just started losing interest. Because to me, Call of Duty started becoming like that, the copy and paste essentially, but they kept trying to do new things. Like you said, like Madden. It started to feel a little too
FIFA
familiar.
Or NHL or NBA.
Yeah,
or
it's the same formula. The difference is, I mean, how many times did they bring back that one map, for example, Nuketown? They were reskinning maps seems like every second game. They're reskinning the maps, putting them back into games, and then they started getting stupid with the futuristic shit. The fucking jumping up the walls and stuff like that was never Call of Duty to me. Call of Duty was always boots on the ground. And he started doing fucking drones, and he started doing, fucking all this kind of weird shit. And then, I feel like I wasn't even getting killed by players anymore. I was getting killed by their kill streaks. I wasn't getting shot by a gun. I was getting killed by fucking invisible fucking dudes, and dudes were hanging on walls. I was like, if I want to play Titanfall, I'll play Titanfall.
Dude, I was doing that in COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2 because me and my buddies, we had a clan, and we would literally have a line of kill streaks waiting. Like, I got next, man. No, I call next, man. Fuck you,
so
a line of them.
Oh yeah, so for me that was
it feels like the old days. Dude.
I jumped back into Modern Warfare last year because, one, they overhauled the game engine. Two, it was Infinity Ward, and I still think they're the top tier of the developers there. Their stories have always been amazing. I love the campaign. The biggest complaint I had with this one, Warzone, like I said, I don't really care for any of the battle royals. I don't care what game it is. It's just not my cup of tea. But I don't like that forced fucking update bullshit for a free game mode that should have nothing to do with the rest of my game. And yet I can't delete that crap, but I can delete all the rest of it. And that's the part that forces you to do this big ass update. And if Call of Duty Cold War is going to be the same way, then I'm definitely out. It
better not be a 300 gigabyte. Fuck that.
Every 2 weeks, I'm not coming home with this massive update. Every time you're going to play a game like this, getting old. And especially with the new consoles, we can't afford massive updates because we only got limited space. So that's pretty much my point on it.
Supposed to be trying to eliminate that.
Right, they gotta give that shit up, man. That can't be happening when you got less than a terabyte. Nobody is going out and buying fucking $250 fucking hard drives to stick in the back of this thing every fucking 3 weeks.
One hard drive for Call of Duty alone.
Yeah, no doubt, right? So I'm leaving it at that. I'll never say never on this one. It's a potential, but for now, it's just nothing about this game excited me. It's like going back to the 80s and Cold War. That part, I guess, is okay, but it's just not my fucking bag, man. I'm just skipping because there's other great games to play, and I don't just have time to sink into a Call of Duty game every single year. But that's just me. I don't hate the games. I think they're great. I know why people love them, but I'll just kind of pick and choose which ones I buy from Hero. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, you're right, man. And we got two huge AAA open world games
my
Valhalla
God. I
and
know.
freaking Cyberpunk. Those two alone, and I'm not even getting in any of the other ones.
You know
but
what,
those
though?
two alone.
There's an
Yeah.
argument for
200
that, though,
hours.
you know? Titan, there's an argument that I got to say, like, see, I didn't play the beta.
Okay.
I don't like playing betas because I feel like I kind of want to build the anticipation for when the game comes out, if it's a game that I'm actually buying. And this one I game share, so I'm paying 50% anyway. That's how we operate.
Shit.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I'm only paying $40 for it, $40 Canadian, so it's $30 for you guys, for Americans. So there's that. I'm there for the campaign. I'm there for the campaign because I love the whole 80s theme, that whole thing. And then of course I loved, just like Husk was saying, Black Ops 1 and 2. Black Ops 3 was a fucking travesty. Black Ops 4 was even worse.
Even worse.
Holy Christ almighty in
me.
hell. I actually called. I'm not even kidding it.
Say that again, please. Oh, that
You know
was
when
great.
when you call like a service, help service, whatever, they're going, we record this conversation for whatever research purposes. I wish they fucking recorded the conversation I had with Microsoft, because I bought Black Ops 4. I played for an hour, and the lady gets on the phone. She's like, "Hi, I'm so and so. Okay, can I help you today?" And I said, "Yes. Get this shit off my hard drive now. I want the full refund. Get me Battlefield 5." Because remember, they came out at the same time, eh?
Yeah.
And so she was so fucking shook that she gave me the deluxe edition Battlefield 5 for the same fucking price as the base game of Black Ops 4. Because I literally said that word for fucking word to her. I was so rattled by that game. And anyways, on and on. The point is, I didn't play the goddamn beta, but I'm excited for the campaign. It looks fun, man. Ronald Reagan's in there.
It's Black Ops again. It
looks
that
like
way,
Black
and
Ops
it
again, man.
Feels that way.
I think
I'm
it's going to
telling
be a
you.
dark, gritty story, man. I think it's going to be a dark, gritty story.
It
Now,
has to be.
Yeah, and see, the thing is, now I do play multiplayer. There's no question. But here's the thing. I play the campaigns twice. I play it through once for the story, and then I go back and I play it on hardcore or veteran, whatever the hardest mode is.
Yeah.
And I bang out all those achievements too, like the veteran ones, like, finish this level on veteran, this on veteran, the whole campaign on veteran.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go and play multiplayer. And zombies, of course, until I get so fucking sick of zombies. I'm like, fuck this, checking 9 paintings while the other guys are pulling levers. I'm fucking done. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get a little bit too convoluted, but and then you got fucking David Hasselhoff as a DJ in the background. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Why can't I just shoot zombies? But anyways.
See, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Going, sorry.
Yeah, no. It's all good. Go ahead, brother.
While you're drinking Nuka-Cola.
Yeah. I was going to say, put your tinfoil hat on, because I got a conspiracy theory here. Like last week at the last beta, people were saying the netcode was horrible, like horrendous, like weird stuff was happening, dying around corners. The kind of crap I expect from Treyarch is honestly what they were saying. I'm like, well, no, I'm definitely passing. All of a sudden this week, people are like, the connection's good. Like, I swear to you, they're just like, oh, we're getting a bad rap here. Like, people are hating on it. They're saying the netcode's crap. Let's just like turn off the Bobo servers and give them the good ones for a weekend. I just have this hunch that when the game actually comes out, I hope I'm wrong, but when it comes out, it's going to feel like crap and the netcode's going to suck for a while until they fix it again. Because it happened to me on Black Ops 4. It's exactly what happened. I felt like they pulled a fast one on me. And they did.
Well, Black Ops 4
man.
was
They
a pile of
shit
shit.
across
They
the board.
pulled a fast one on everybody. They're like,
They did.
Yeah.
hey, let's be Modern Warfare.
Well, Call of Duty, Activision,
they're
they have
trash.
no excuse. They should have
The best servers.
They should have
ever.
goddamn futuristic servers.
Yeah.
They have like 120 tick rate. Fucking
Yep.
Do we forget who owns these people that make the game?
Yeah, one of the richest companies in the gaming business. That's who owns them.
Like-
And you realize, if you look at the last 15 years, by the way, of the best-selling games of every single year, Call of Duty has like 14 out of 15 years. I think the only year that they lost to was fucking Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
And that thing's been resold 500 times over 3
Right.
generations. So
Even Call of Duty Ghosts won game of most sold game of the
and
year.
what the fuck was that?
Okay, so if that wins game of the year, that you know what I'm saying. So that's
Ghosts did it because it came out at
a console
cross
launch.
gen. Yep, at
Right.
cross
Now-
gen. Yep.
Now, Titan, this is something I wanted to say quickly that you were saying about
Graphically,
the 2 open world games. I am going to be neck deep in Valhalla and Cyberpunk. Those are my 2 jams.
Balls deep.
Yeah, exactly. So
Not
you know the
never.
thing is though, you know when you start getting that open world fatigue for a little bit, and you just want to fuck off for like an hour and just play a first person shooter like
That's
brainless,
Black
just
Ops.
go in there and just relax and take your mind off like the holy fuck. There's 800 question marks on this map. You know what I mean? You just want to take your mind off it for a little bit. So like you go play Call of Duty, fuck around with your friends, shoot a few zombies, do this. So that's kind of where that's going to fall into play too, like a little bit more of a casual sort of grab. You know what I'm saying? And then go back into Valhalla or whatever's going on. I don't know. Sorry, just my take. But I'm done. I'm done talking because I'm losing my voice again.
All right, Noob.
All right. Yes, Call of Duty, guys. We'll just end on the Call of Duty discussion on this, and let's go around the room. Let's also put this out to the chat as well. What is your favorite Call of Duty game so far of all time up to this point? I mean, I'm pretty sure most of us have very fond memories of at least one of the games and the series. There's but a lot of them. I know what mine is. Let's head to the chat. So, chat, what has been your favorite Call of Duty game up to this point? Let's do the round robin here. We'll start with Meg.
I'm going to go with the original Modern Warfare 2.
The original Modern Warfare 2. Okay, nice. Titan.
Man, that's a tough one. It's a toss-up between COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2. It's so close. Like I feel like there'll be days that I feel like COD 4 is better. And the only reason why I would think COD 4 is better is because it was such a leap from anything else before it. Yeah. So in that, I'm going to go with COD 4. But gameplay-wise, smoothness-wise, just like fucking, one-man army-wise, infinite noob tubes, then you go with Modern Warfare 2.
Okay. Youngest.
Modern Warfare 2. I have to go with that
Modern
one.
Warfare 2. Yeah. All right. Lots of Modern Warfare 2 tonight. Tempest.
Multiplayer, Modern Warfare, but campaign, World at War. Treyarch. I just poo-pooed on him, but World at War, that was
awesome. Yes. Well, that was a pretty cool call. I like that. Husk.
I love Black Ops 1. Like, I love it. But the multiplayer for 2, I had a lot more fun with it.
Talking about Black Ops 2?
Yeah, Black Ops. I had a lot more fun with the second one. Just because at that point in time, I was streaming and with friends. Like it was like when you sat down and played a Halo with your friends for the first time. For me, so Black Ops 2.
Nice. For me, it's a little bit of a time because one of the biggest reasons I bought a 360 was for the original COD 2. That was the first time that I saw a World War II game that looked fully realized, where you started to see the true potential of a next generation console. And I remember how impressive that game looked. And you know what? You can go back and still find people on the server today, and it's still an absolute blast. It's very simple compared to every other Call of Duty game. There's no kill streaks. There's no, any of that stuff at all. But when you want to talk about a pure shooter, that's almost as good as it gets. It's just about you and your reflexes and nothing else. And it's pretty cool. But Modern War, I'm going to have to go with the rest of you guys that said the first Modern Warfare or Call of Duty 4, whatever you want to call it. That game was just, like I said, that set a new bar back in 2007 for the 360 and for shooters. They elevated that bar. They destroyed it. It was a great campaign. There was a lot of memorable moments. I remember the sniper level, you crawling through the fucking grass, and how cool it looked. And the dogs and the patrols and, and trying to get that guy with the gun and the sniper missions. There was just a lot of love. The
all gillied up.
Done to death. All gillied up, baby. That and the multiplayer was awesome. That's when he started introducing things like the chopper and the different things, but it wasn't overdone. Back then it was kind of tolerable. Now it's almost like you said, guys get on streaks, they start spamming the shit out of everything, and half the time, sometimes you can die 5 or 6 times in a row and not even hardly be a bullet. Oh, you've spawned into the map. Oh, I just got killed by a bomb. Spawned into the map. Oh, there goes a nuke. Spawned into the map. Oh, there goes a fucking helicopter. And you're just like, what the fuck?
That's another thing. The nuke in Modern Warfare 2, you could nuke.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
That was cool.
I still remember.
But it was hilarious. Yeah.
That was
Getting
cool.
the chopper.
You nuke and you win the game. That was
Yeah, game
groundbreaking.
over at that point.
Yeah.
Let's see what the
Well, and it
chat.
made sense. That's a lot of fucking kills in a row without dying. Like
Yeah.
for fuck's
Yeah, it took a
sake.
while to get one, but damn, it was pretty rewarding when you did.
Although
Say-
back in the day, those Pavlos and AC 130s would count towards your kill streaks.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I remember there was one team had them all spammed, and it was just one after another. It was crazy, and I hated those two Western shotguns. That fucking one that you spun around, and guys would just use that constantly. Is oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got Psychonauts, this Modern Warfare 2, Timothy Dixon, Modern Warfare, the OG Modern Warfare from Pong Soul, so OG Modern Warfare looking good. Black Ops 1 from Shizno, that was a good story too. Phantom Kraken, also Call of Duty 4, Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 2 from Infinite. Dreadpool, COD Vietnam. Emmanuel, when you bought COD Modern Warfare 2, that was enough. Yeah, we got Dreadpool with an old school and COD big red one. How about that? So there you go, guys. Some great answers in there, but I think overall it seems like most people really enjoyed the Modern Warfare game, the original, back in 2007. I think it's definitely have a lot of fond memories of that. So that's good stuff. All right, let's get into the next generation segment with Titan Drago.
All right, everyone, let me load it up here. So in the next generation, this is my gaming version of in the year 2000. So if you remember that, this will ring bells for you. So in the next generation, gamers will debate what was harder to live through, Dark Souls or 2020.
Oh, fuck.
In the next generation, sources say Tony Baloney will offer a free game, Ultimate Edition, for winning his next game show.
Tony Baloney says, "Take it easy."
See, I set him up for that. I put it on the tee, knocked it out of the park. Very nice.
Nice.
In the next generation, gamers actually find a use for the Sony Gaikai servers. It will hold all of our backlogs. Not play them, just hold them. In the next generation, the only thing louder in your house than your old PlayStation 4 will be the vacuum. The PlayStation 4 will still hold more dirt, though, so at least that's something.
No roaching.
In the next generation, the PlayStation UI will get a patch and display itself in 8K. The usable storage space on the SSD will go down to approximately 6 gigs, and PlayStation fanboys will take that as a win. And my last one, in the next generation, PlayStation ponies will still not admit Xbox's plug-and-play SSD is better in any way than the forward-thinking PlayStation formula of taking apart the entire console to add storage. Thank you very much.
Good
nice.
shit.
Next generation back. Yes, applaud for that one. Probably the best next generation segment to date, guys. The good stuff right there from Titan Drago. Got a couple more things here left to go. These are a little bit minor. I was going to talk about that UI debate. People have been talking about this online. I've seen numerous videos. I don't even think it's really a moot point. Like fucking UI. Like who really gives a shit? It's a fucking UI. As long as they're functional and they're faster and more responsive and not completely ass confusing, I'm cool with it. I guess we'll just quickly, guys, what do you think about the UI debate? Which console do you prefer up to this point? Which one sort of looks better to you from the new perspective? And like I said, why the fuss period? Is this just another one of those, console war BS kind of things? Because who cares if it's 1080 or 4K? It's a UI. It's the fucking menu screen.
Yeah. This is stupid. This is really dumb. I would love to actually ask who legitimately cares about this. Whoever
Goddamn videos are starting to think everybody cared about it.
Everybody cares.
Whichever UI gets into the game quicker wins.
Yeah.
By default. So I don't care. It's stupid.
Just sounds like rats in a sinking ship grasping for straws. That's all it is, man. It's a bunch of bullshit. I didn't pay no attention to it.
Yes.
It's just if it fits that particular group's narrative, they'll run with it, right?
That's what I'm saying, man. It's just they're just grasping for straws at this point.
Yeah.
It's like just ignore them.
Yeah,
They'll turn anything into a
be
news
fast.
story, right?
Yeah, they're both going to be wicked fast. So like seriously, like
I don't understand how some were saying, "Oh, 1040p is good enough," but when the UI came out 4K, it's a 4K is the way to go. I'm disappointed that it's 1080p on the other one. I just don't. I just don't get it.
You know what? I bet you if they didn't announce this, or if they didn't make this into a news story, nobody would have noticed.
Probably not.
I would love to see how many people going, this menu looks 1080p. Not one
I cannot play
person.
this console. Take it back,
Okay.
Daniel.
Yeah,
There's a
if that wasn't
question to be
story,
had here.
You know,
There are a lot of extremists on all sides of everything.
Yeah, it's true.
Now, if you flip the script and Sony had 1080 and Xbox had 4K HDR UI,
Yeah. They'll still be dumbasses.
people would still be saying the same things. People would be saying, "Oh my fucking god, PlayStation dog shit, horseshit UI," which would actually be a bad thing because they're the less powerful console already. But we would still be talking about the resource dump. Like my question, like the legitimate question is it costing PlayStation and how much? Because you would assume when you load into a game that the UI is hanging out in the background, ready for use at all times. But do they have some sneaky way of it not taking up the resources it would if you're not viewing it as you do when you are? At that point, it doesn't matter, and there's no excuse for Xbox not doing the same thing.
Yeah. Actually, to your point, to be fair, for a while there, the even on the One X, it was kind of running crappy. The UI was just running really crappy, and I think it was Dealer came out with a video
because
he was like, he's like, take your UI from 4K, which I don't even get because I don't think it was outputting to 4K anyways. I don't think it was. I
remember you could choose it in your settings.
That's right.
And if you did 1080p, it ran better. So, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say.
but everybody needs to remember that it's software that affects the hardware. So, like running your UI, if you can actually run your UI at 4K 60 HDR, and the second you start a game, it goes away. It's not eating those resources. Like there's a way to do it. There's gotta be.
Oh, there is one thing. This is something I genuinely would like Microsoft to do, and I don't know if Sony's doing it or not, but I would love the dashboard to just be in HDR regardless, because what happens whenever, like, both my TVs, I have a Sony and a TCL, and both of them, like, when you go between HDR content, the screen flickers and it's almost like it has like mini reset or whatever.
Yeah, you get like a little pause.
Yeah, so it's like that gets annoying more than anything. So if it had an HDR dashboard, it would just never do that. It'd always be in HDR. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but if it's not eating that much resources, like it shouldn't matter. Yeah. Or if it can flip flop back and forth, if it can be like, here's your 4K UI with your HDR, and then you go into a game and it idles in the background at a lower res and then pops back up when you're out. like it shouldn't matter. It won't do anything.
Right.
It won't actually eat any resources. And I'm assuming they're smart enough to make that a thing.
Well, here's the thing,
Dreadpool
right?
in the chat says Xbox says it's not final code on the UI. It still could be 4K by the release. That's a possibility too. Things change. It might be now. So, but it's just not that important.
It's
at
the
the end
UI.
Of the day.
It's not fucking games.
Right, and I'm gonna go into that on my rant. So, like, this is how low and pathetic, like, these narrative creators have become. Like, just when you think they can't get any more pathetic, they somehow trump themselves, right? Like, so these people are happy, right? So this is the scenario that's happening. These people are happy that the PlayStation 5 UI will display a better image than their games ever will. One. And they're happy about that. Two, they also apparently don't know that the Xbox One X, it already displays a 4K UI. So they're like taking this W, quote unquote, in the next gen, but they're taking the L right now. Like, you don't hear them say that. Like, so, like, you can't have it just your way. You have to put the shoe on the other foot, like you said, okay? And also, furthermore, like someone said in the chat that you just said, there's these things called updates. And Xbox has literally had dozens of UI updates this generation alone. It's crazy. Like, the things change. Like, and especially if, like, you're a part of the Insider program. Oh my God. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I quit being on the Insider program because I don't want all these goddamn things.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. And it's like, these, they don't think about before they type. I swear. They're just like, I'm typing on my kind of computer. I got to make a narrative today. I haven't made a narrative in like 10 minutes. Holy fuck. You know?
I must warrior my keyboard.
Just make it simple. Fucking let people choose what they want to fill their dashboard and make it responsive and quick. Because if there's one thing that I had a big problem with the current Xbox dashboards and the UI right from the Xbox One, was just the constant sort of lagginess and different things that we'd see from time to time. And of course, all of the revisions, they finally start to get it decent, and then they fuck it up again, and they add shit and they move stuff around. Like, even trying to get to the settings now on the latest UI update for the Xbox One is like, why are the settings like just fucking hidden behind sub menus now? Like, they weren't like that before. So all these little things, and you got to remember the original Xbox One UI was largely based around and intended for Kinect use. And when that sort of went the way of the dodo, they had a lot of changes they had to make there. So, I think we want it fast. I like the PS4 UI. They didn't go out and reinvent the wheel. They just refined it. And sometimes when you got a decent UI, that's all you need to do. Is just make it a little bit better than the last one. And for the most part, I've always liked the PlayStation UI. I think the current one it does what it needs to do. It's a left to right scenario with quick sub menus in the drop down. It works fine. A little bit slower at times on the PS4 base, but I like that.
Features are solid as fuck.
Yeah.
The new features are dope.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna say it.
No, I like that. Yeah, some of the stuff that they showed off there in the video is crazy.
Picture, fuck, that's awesome.
Xbox used to do that, and they took it out.
Used to.
I think it was like 2 weeks ago Xbox came out with an update for their UI. It was like that soon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it, man.
How do you guys all feel about the UI? Yungest, Tempest, middle-aged game? Did you guys all have a chance to chime in?
Who's the new host? Oh my God.
That's a good question. It ain't Arnold. It ain't new.
No, he's being
a fucking weird guy that found somewhere. We don't know where, but he's here. And you guys take over the show. Do it.
I think you got to go back to Husk's point is how much resources is the UI taking? If it's not taking that much at all, then, I mean, by all means, go ahead, do your 4K 60 HDR. But if it is taking away some of those resources from developers, then just scale it back, because it's all about the games at the end of the day.
I'm really worried about that these developers want that extra gigabyte, like that's strange to me. Like, are these next generations, like, are they screaming for, that,
Hey, my
Maybe
wife
not
always
now,
asked
but
for
they
an
will.
extra inch.
Maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, maybe it won't affect them now, but 2-3 years down the line, they'll probably be asking for that extra inch, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Just like she does, man.
Every year.
Man, as long as it's functional and it works and it's simple and it's you know what I mean? That's all that matters. Functional. Make it functional, because honestly, how long are you going to sit there? Like, how long are you sitting in that screen? You're going from the, your main screen, then you go to the store, you might check out what your friends are up to, and then after about less than a minute, you're going to go into a game. You know what I'm saying? So
or you're going into your favorite app to watch a movie.
Okay, you're doing
Or
something.
a TV show or something,
right.
but you're not hanging out. Yeah, like you said,
like
at your main fucking home screen.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
Like, what are
not.
you going to say? What are you going to say to me, Husk? You'd be like, hey, Meg, what are you doing Friday night? Oh, I'm just going to turn on the Series X and start the fucking menu for the next 4 hours. What are you guys up to tonight? Like, are you fucked?
Look at my 4K image back here, man.
Even Randall, actually, I was listening to the Xbox 2 podcast, and Randall Thor's like, how long are you going to sit on the menu? You go to the tile, you click it, and you fuck off. Well, he didn't say fuck off, but you know what I mean? You just go into your damn game. Oh, for sure he wanted to. I think I've heard him say fuck once in 3 years. But anyways, yeah, like, you're staring at the menu screen for just less than a minute. Like, come on. As long as it's functional, it's easy to navigate. Oh, by the way, something I'm going to say, I'm usually a huge Xbox supporter. I'm always an Xbox supporter. But when they switch those blades from left to right and right to fucking left, who are you fucking with right now? Why did you do that to me? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You pull up the globe and you would swipe to the left before so you can get to like your achievements or your friends or whatever. Now you got to swipe to the right.
You can change those.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just yelled for nothing.
You can literally put them wherever you want now.
Shit. Now I know what my wife is talking about when I yell about nothing. Okay, so yeah. Everybody, never mind.
I gotta swipe to the right now.
It fucking pissed me off. I'm like swiping to the left. I'm like, why is it nothing moving? And then I'm like, now they moved it to the right. Yeah. Dear Spencer. Why?
No, I know what you're saying though, right? Like why do they gotta change that? Like, I hate change when change is unnecessary.
If it's unnecessary, it's fine. I don't mind change. I have no problem with change. I'm actually a very quick adapter because of what I do for a living. I have to adapt 10 times a day to different scenarios. That's fine. But like I said, at the end of the day, as long as it's functional and you can navigate well, that's all that matters. I don't care what it looks like. Okay, as long as it's somewhat pretty, that's fine. Maybe get some themes in the background, pictures, whatever I want. That's fine. That's all easy stuff. But just make it functional. Because after that, just like Husk said, and everybody else in this panel said, and I'm sure everybody else in the chat is thinking, just get to the fucking games. Don't worry about the UI.
Yes.
Yeah. I have a service announcement.
Holy shit! My goodness, my goodness.
Brought to you by Holy Shit.
Yeah.
All right, awesome stuff. All right, anybody else final thoughts on this? I don't think really, like I said, it's not a topic you got to beat to death, but it's just kind of weird to see the silliness, man. Yeah, it's just kind of weird to see how the silliness, like, that's one of those you do a quick video. Yeah, okay, this fucking thing is 1080, this one's 4K. It shouldn't be a big deal either which way. It doesn't matter which console does it, and Tempest is right. There's fucking idiots. Be like, if it was the other way around, it'd still be the Xbox idiots out there saying the same shit. So, just at the end of the day, think about
I disagree because it's been the other way around. Xbox One X has had a 4K UI.
True.
Like, has this been a thing until now? No.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Think about it.
You're all right. You have a great point. Xbox has already been there and done that and already had a 4K fucking Blu-ray player in their console for how fucking long now. Yeah. And PlayStation just finally getting theirs.
Yeah.
The extremists don't go away. It does not matter. It doesn't matter.
All right, let's give a shout out to some of the people in the chat. Doggy Dog still with us. Infinite is still here. Jesse Dobby, Matthew Hoda, welcome, my friend. Glad you could stop by the show. Sounds like he's a friend of yours, Mr. ACS.
See.
See. Phantom Kraken still here with us. Hey, Michael Monkey Punch Lugo is in the house. Glad you could be here, Monkey Punch. Axel 1324. Great crew, guys. Spider-Man still here with us. Dreadpool, Crispy Bomb, Shizno Elite. Pong Soul, good stuff, guys. We're going to end out real quick. We'll end off with Name That Game, but we have one more quick topic. We won't keep this in too long. I don't know, which one should I go with, the Yakuza one, or should we just talk about sort of the misinformation or how people are interpreting the Ghost of Tsushima? What do you guys rather talk about?
Yakuza.
I don't have a preference.
Well, let's talk about
I'm good either
Yakuza.
way.
I think it's kind of, first of all, I think Yakuza, it's an interesting game. Finally started coming to Xbox after all these years. And this is a real weird one. This kind of took a lot of us by surprise. Game is coming out. I think it's launching during the launch window of the Xbox One Series X. I think it might even be the same day, isn't it? On the 10th or something?
Yeah, it's the same day.
Yeah, and it's I don't think it comes out till March, I do believe, on the PlayStation 4, which is very rare because this is a franchise by Sega that's been synonymous with the PlayStation brand, and all of a sudden they get the game and they show it off and they're touting, like in their trailer, they're touting like the power of, they're touting the Xbox, right? And it's just really fucking weird to see this now. How do you guys feel about Yakuza? Who's picking this one up? Did you watch the trailer? Because there's some wacky shit in there. Like, was it the baby thing? That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm tempted to pick it up. It probably won't be day one, but I definitely would. And just how crazy is the fact that Xbox has this game now for the timed exclusivity, that sort of thing. So who wants to take the floor?
I actually have a question before anybody gets off.
Yeah, man.
Gets going on this. Is it in Game Pass?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think so.
Okay.
I believe so. Yeah.
The new one is going to be in Game Pass?
I thought so. If it's not, I'll gladly buy it.
Don't think so. I don't recall it seeing it in Game Pass.
Someone find out while we're still on the air. I am. You know what? That trailer, by the way, was really, really funny. At least they were making it doesn't look like the greatest game. Like I gotta say it. I know some people, some artistic style games, hand drawn games, cartoony kind of games. The Japanese are very good at. But when it comes to like the more graphically intense, realistic graphics, the Japanese still don't got it down. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They just got that. They still got that goofy, janky facial animations and stuff. But I see how they were making fun of it,
Capcom
though.
Wants to have a word with you with Resident Evil.
Dude, Capcom is one out of how many? Like, come on, look at you. Try to like look at AC Valhalla's landscapes versus what we saw in that trailer today. Like,
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of funny because a lot of the Resident Evil games are actually now made by Capcom in the West, though.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So, but did you see how funny that trailer was? They were making fun of. They're like next gen eyebrows, and then the guy like raised his eyebrows. Like that was pretty fucking funny. Like at least they were doing that kind of silly stuff. So, but it looks like fun. I mean, if it's I'm not gonna pay full price for it. I'm not that interested. But if it's in Game Pass, which I'm still waiting to find out if it is, holy shit, that's a huge get.
I apologize. I thought it was, but
it's not.
No, I don't see it on Game Pass either.
Maybe just because all the other
I
ones
didn't
are
see
hitting
it
Game Pass
advertised
right
on the
away.
end of that ad either, and usually they tout that like from the heavens.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I guess I'll wait for a sale or whatever. There's too many other big games, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, this is like one of Sega's big games. Like, and this is why, to me, an Ubisoft acquisition would be 100 times better than a Sega acquisition. I know we asked this to the chat and everyone last week. Who would you rather see Xbox, acquire? And like this game, like you compare this game to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. There's no competition between the two. It's
zero.
Yeah, so
you see the resolutions too, dude. Like 900p, like 60 frames per second. I'm like, what? Like what fucking year is it, guys? Like, come on, man. They're running AC Valhalla at 4K 60, native 4K 60 on the X.
Yeah.
And you can't get 900p 60 on it. Like, come on, man. So that's why it seems like a goofy game I'll play. Like, I'm going to play it, but I'm not spending full price for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Emmanuel, I got to disagree with you, man. AC Valhalla is going to be amazing, dude.
Absolutely, it's going to be amazing. The other one is going to be like a fun romp, but not $80 fun romp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be getting it. Well, now I know I have to buy it. I thought I was just going to get it in Game Pass. That's what I thought. But no, I'll gladly buy it. I like the smaller but really condensed like city thing. And the reason I didn't really play the other ones was strictly because they're like brawlers. I started playing one of them and it just felt like kind of a basic brawler to me, but the fact that this is an actual like turn-based JRPG, that really it looks like a lot of fun. It's a whole new set of characters too. I don't have to play like a million games to get the story. This is like a new guy, new set of characters, and so I don't know. It looks like a bunch of fun to me. It looks like you just run around the city and a bunch of weird crap happens, and right up my alley.
You know what someone said? Someone else said it's like a Saints Row. It's like a Japanese Saints Row.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's got that kind of
Probably a good way to
vibe.
put it.
Yeah, that kind of humor. Yeah.
So they have a lot of side things in those games, like a lot of different things. Like you, like in the old games, you could be doing like karaoke and going to arcades.
Yeah.
Basically, like a more evolved Shenmue, right? It's kind of
Yeah.
funny because if you think about it in a sense, that's kind of what they reminded me of. And the only Yakuza I ever owned is I bought it on the PS4 a couple years ago. I tried out Yakuza. I think it was Zero. That wasn't bad, but I didn't play it very long and lost interest in it. And then I think I ended up trading it in. So like for me, if this game is cheap, I might pick it up. But the way I sit on it right now, it looks interesting, but it's not exactly, on the Noof Nukem boner meter, it's sitting at about 3.
Harsh.
So you're pretty maxed out then, huh?
I think Titan's beer just kicked in. There we go.
3 out of 4. Oh fuck! Anybody else thoughts on Yakuza? And of course, even just the timed exclusivity is kind of a it's not a big fucking deal, but it's kind of a deal considering it's never been an Xbox like that.
I'll wait for it to see if it comes on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So hopefully it gets a patch. I mean, 900p was it on the Series S?
Well, that's on the one the
Series
one
S.
I believe,
Yeah,
or
Series S.
something. Series S. Yeah.
Hey, Cerebral Paul's in the chat. What's up, buddy?
Hey.
Still, you're telling me Series S can't handle more than 900p on a cartoon-looking game?
No, yes, it can.
Yeah, there's something. I bet you they'll throw in a patch later on or something.
Could.
That just doesn't seem right.
It's the engine. Yeah, it's just like
I have one thing to say
engine.
about
The
the
Yakuza
Yakuza
engine?
series. I don't give 2 fucks about it.
I thought you said one thing.
Yeah.
One
There we
thing,
go.
Oh.
like I said,
Tempest
I
comes
don't
back.
give
We got a
2
new
fucks.
segment for him. The Tempest Son 2 fucks fucking thing.
But I mean, if the game is fun, I'll give it a try. Regardless of the graphics, but we'll see.
It seems like a fun
Good
romp.
stuff.
That's it. But
Yeah.
not an
I
$80 fun
I think
romp.
it sounds like it's unanimous, and with the chat guys as well, is Yakuza Like a Dragon, is it day one, or is it a wait for Game Pass, or just down the road? So 1 if you're getting it day 1, 2 if it's Game Pass, or 3 if it's like maybe cheap down the road. I think everybody here seems like on the panel and our guests on the panel, it sounds like probably a 2, 3.
I'll go 0 fucks.
0 fucks. There you go. 0 it is.
Just being honest.
Wow. See, this is what I said a long time ago. There's a lot of that wait for Game Pass kind of deal. Like, this can't bode well for a lot of games when that's your kind of thought is, I'll wait for Game Pass.
It's good for Game Pass.
Good for Game Pass.
Yeah, it's a Game Pass.
If you're creating a game that's like you'd rather wait for it to potentially come to Game Pass, like I don't think you're making that good of a game.
Right.
Yeah.
Now think about this, Noob.
Good.
If you paid full price for that, which one did you play? Yakuza 0?
You
and
get
then
the 0, and I think I got it for 30, 40 bucks.
Yakuza
Oh,
0.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
But even then, you still spent money on it. You got bored of it. You traded it in. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's like I wouldn't. I would be
I
not
already
pissed
said it,
off
0
because that's
fucks.
happened to me for years. But,
Right.
You know, there does
I
come a
feel-
point where I'm
I
just
feel like it's
nah.
a situation where you're sitting in the front of stripper row and you're looking at her pussy and you're just like, that looks fucking tempting, but I'll wait till she cleans it.
Oh, God.
Oh.
you're
Anyone with that thought needs to be neutered right now.
Hey, wife, where's the scissors? Snip, snip.
Are you gonna wait till she cleans the scissors, or
Oh God! Oh Jesus!
Sterilize them.
I was at the strip club when I was looking. I said, I don't think tea bags go there, dear. I'm so sorry I left the
You know,
tampon in.
It's late over here, and I'm gonna go to bed, and this is gonna be what I'm thinking about while I'm lying in bed. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Should be some wonderful nightmares this evening.
Well, let's get rid of the nightmares and let's end this show on a high note, and let's get to Meg's Name That Game.
Live from Studio 69 in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Welcome to Name That Game. And here is your host, Tony Baloney. Oh, it's Tony Baloney here. Tony Baloney has entered the studio. Oh, my God. We got a great crowd this evening. We got a great chat. Turn up that damn music. Turn off that damn music. Oh, my God. We got Husk here. We got Tempest. We got Yungest. We got Titan Drago. We got Noof Nukem. We got the middle-aged game guy. I don't know where he went, but he doesn't seem to be in the same room with me whenever I show up. But anyhow, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Name That Game. I am your host, Tony Baloney, and here are the rules. The rules are simple. I will describe a game very badly from any generation, and you must simply name that game. Anyone can chime in on the first question. That includes the panel. But after that, it is for the chat only. And whoever gets the question right first gets a point. And we are on week number 9. After 10 weeks, then you know what's going to happen? You're going to win a game of any console. I will purchase it for you. Standard edition. Can you beat that? You cannot beat that. Let's get in to the question. This is the warm-up question, and this is for everybody involved. Hey, and let me tell you something. Emmanuel A1, you fraud. You said Ubisoft sucks. Don't think I didn't see you write that in the chat 10 minutes ago. Okay, I saw it.
I saw.
Ubisoft sucks. Emmanuel A1 sucks. How about that? What do you think about that? Okay, Tony Baloney, calm down. All right, let me get back up on the mic. Come back. Okay, it's okay. I'm calm. It's just Ubisoft. They're very dear to my heart. Anyhow, let's get into the first question. This is the warm-up question. Name that game. I can't even speak. Culinary Award of the Year goes to the chef who walks on his food. Name that game.
Bug Snacks.
That's absolute nonsense. Who said that? Holy shit. It was Doggy Dog 420. Burger time. The Culinary Award of the Year goes to the chef who walks on his food. It was burger time. That's right. Okay, Doggy Dog. Okay, that was the first question. Now, we are getting to the real question. Chat, pay very close attention. There's some people in this chat tonight who can actually win this. And panel, don't say a goddamn word. You understand? Okay, here we go. Name that game. Accused of murder. So I murder literally everybody to prove my innocence. Name that game. Accused of murder. So I murder literally everybody to prove my innocence. Name that game. So far, you're all wrong, by the way. Everybody. God of War. What kind of nonsense is God of War? Hitman, that's his job. Infinite Timothy Dixon. Frauds, the both of you. I will repeat it one more time. Accused. Hey, this is not going to be easy, okay? This is week 9. Accused of murder, so I murder literally everybody to prove my innocence. Name that game. Oh my God, nobody's getting it. So you know what we're going to do? I am going to give a couple of hints. I thought someone would have got it by now. There are 2 games. There's a part 1 and a part 2. They only made 2 of them so far. Microsoft just bought them, for Christ's sake. Anybody? ZeniMax. Starts with a fucking D. Ravioli Master, you son of a bitch. Evil Within does not start with a D. That's it. It was J Slayer 66. He got it. It was Dishonored.
Wow.
That's right.
It would have worked for Manhunt too.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess it kind of would have.
It would have.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. Well, it was J Slayer 66 got it first. He got it first. It was this Evil Within. I'm still
Except
pissed
the
off about
Manhunt
that.
wasn't ZeniMax, though. That's the only one.
Yes, so it was
Nice.
dishonored. So Jay Slayer 16. Okay, thank you, Tony Baloney. You may have a good night. Go take a pill. Go relax. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so now we got Jay Slayer 66 in the mix here, and he got it correct. So we've got a whole this is literally gonna come down to the final week because you know what? Remember what I said? The first week was worth 2 points, the last week is worth 2 points. So Jay Slayer 66, who just showed up tonight, he could actually win this whole fucking thing if he gets it right next week. You realize that? Isn't that insane? And he never participated in any of it up until this point. So I'm going to write that down. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for a great show. There it is.
After the first week, I thought fucking Dreadpool was going to have this in the bag by the time the fifth week wrapped
and the
up.
funny thing is,
I need to get this motherfucker on my show one of these weeks. Tony Baloney needs to be on Fireside Weekly News Roundup at some point.
Oh, I would absolutely love to. You just have to call me.
Oh, I will.
And Willie Hood, that guy never talks to me. He likes my post, but never says anything.
That sounds like Willie.
Oh.
Okay, so
Holy shit, guys. What's up, Stubbs? Good morning to you, sir. It's late in your neck of the woods. Leonidas, what is happening, guys? Ravioli Master in the house. There you go.
And by the way, anybody I insult in the chat, you know it's just Tony Baloney, right? It's not me. Like, I'm not.
That's right. That's what he said. The shit he says off screen. Emmanuel A1, what's happening? Fan Kraken, guys. Amazing chat again tonight. We had I think nearly 60 in the house, which is awesome. The numbers are slowly climbing, but
we crossed 70, Noof.
Yep,
did we?
70.
Yeah, we did. We crossed 70 at one point. Yeah.
Damn. All right. That's even better. Good stuff, guys.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Dirk Riggy, the super chat. Greatly appreciate it, guys. Like I said, super chats are not required here, but they are. Oh, look at that. And Emmanuel drops them before we close the show. Thanks for the show tonight, guys. LOL. Thank you, Emmanuel. Appreciate that, sir. Doggy Dog. Thank you so much, guys. All of you guys that come out each and every week. There's a lot of consistent people here, and you stay through the whole show, which really means a lot to us because I know for some of you guys it's really fucking late. Speaking of late, I'm going to try to let everybody get out of here. Let's start with our amazing guests tonight. I'm glad they could show up and be here. It was a big panel. We tried to get through it as quickly as we could. Let's start with our first guest, and that would be Yungest. What's happening, man? Let people know where they can check you out. Maybe interact with you, all that good stuff, bro.
Yeah, it's just on Twitter, Yungest and Yungest02, and pretty much just talk about games for me when I'm on Twitter, nothing else, and just having fun. Hopefully, I don't offend anyone when I'm on there. I mean, I just like to state facts and kind of balance the scales. You know, there's a lot of PlayStation fanboys out there, and I just like to give them a little nudge now and then. But it's all good. Nothing too bad. Nothing harmful. But that's it. Just Twitter, and yeah. Thanks for having me on again.
Glad you could be here, man. Make sure you go give this guy a follow. Like I said, it's all about making connections in the community, and you never know. Maybe we'll be playing against each other on a community game night sometime soon. Let's get over to our next guest of the evening, Mr. Tempest Son. Where can people check out your content, my brother?
Well, when I have content, I will tell you where to find it. I'm just on Twitter, man. I'm just some schmuck on Twitter at the Tempest Son. My gamer tag is Tempest Son, and I need to get out to one of the community game nights again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And this show was a lot of fun. You guys got an awesome thing going here. I was laughing nonstop. I loved it. So thank you very much for the invite. I appreciate it.
Well, we'll have you back. That is a Noof Nukem guarantee, brother. And finally, my good buddy, ACS Husk. He runs some great he does have some great content on the go. Like I said, you can also find him on Wednesday nights with Wilmy Hood and Company and Gaming Beyond the Box. Like I said, he just mentioned earlier, he does have some other stuff on the go. Fireside Chats, which you definitely got to check out. It's pretty hilarious stuff. So go check him out, ACS. Well, you give people the definitive answer here, brother.
I do stuff and things with things and stuff, and I drink beer, and I love all of you, and I was so pumped to be on the show tonight. It's been too long.
Yeah, it has been.
It's been too fucking long. Fuck all of you, and I'll see you next time.
That's the best exit I've ever heard.
There you go. Fuck all you. There you go. Rectangle, what's happening, man? Glad you could tune in. All right, so there's our guests. Make sure you go follow them, like I said, even if it is on Twitter, because they'll keep you posted. Don't worry. And let's get over to our amazing panel, and let's start with the middle-aged game guy, baby. Let people know where they can find you. I think you and Husk. No, you're on the prime time with Boom.
That is correct. Yes, you can find me. Well, first of all, you can find me here every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, with Noof and Titan and guests on Gaming After Dark. Yes, you can find me Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with, of course, Mr. Boomstick XL and friends, and, of course, Tempest Son, who's here with us tonight. And you can find me on Twitter at The Middle Age Game Guy. That's with a GY at the end. And you can find me on Xbox at all capitals, Dead Meat 1. That is DEDMEAT 1. And you can find me on PlayStation, one word, all capital letters, because I don't know how to be quiet. I am the Mag. That's with 2 G's. You can find me there. Yeah, I got all different names for all my different things. All right, so get over it. Get over it and get over yourself. Anyways, guys, thank you all for coming out. It was a great show tonight. A lot of fire, a lot of great topics, a lot of great conversation, and a hell of a lot of laughs. I look forward to seeing everybody here next Tuesday night. Have a great week.
And before the show, we were all a little worried about Titan because he sounded a little subdued. But boy, let me tell you, once the show went live, the firecracker was lit up his ass. He brought it tonight, baby. So Titan, let people know where they can check out your. Let people know where they can check out your fantastic content if and when you're making it, or at least check out your Twitter profile and definitely catch up with you on some of the game nights.
Yeah, everything at Titan Drago, everybody. I have not opened up my YouTube page yet, but I will. That's coming. I will tweet about that. I have had a couple new sparks or whatever. You get that creative spark every once in a while. So I got a couple new, as well as a few old, already written parodies that I have in the works. So we never know when I'm going to get off my butt and do that. But, during the school year, it's kind of crazy. But you can actually only find Mag on PlayStation right now because he jumped all over the Newfonomics. Whether he admits it or not, he still uses Newfonomics.
That's King Fraud for this one.
And while we head out tonight, guys, we all need to be a little bit more like Doggy Dog in the chat. He is my Common Sense of the Week winner tonight. This guy always seems to be fun, positive, and a welcome person in the chat each and every week, where he always brings the common back to sense.
There you go. And he leaves a big turd before he leaves.
I just saw that.
Love it.
All you see is no words, just a pile of poop, right?
His common sense is everybody shits.
Doggy Dog needs his own podcast. Call it the Dog Shit Show. Oh, fuck. And you guys know already find Noof Nukem always in the gutter. Yes, it is Noof Nukem on just about freaking everything. Also Noof Nukem even on Oculus now. So if you guys want to add me on there so we can play some VR, maybe watch a movie, all that good stuff, great stuff, guys, right there. Definitely got to catch up with Mag, Supersonic, and all those guys on that stuff. And if you didn't get a chance to catch it, guys, I did do an unboxing of the Oculus 2. Will you see better, higher produced videos of the Oculus Quest 2 unboxing? Absolutely. But what you won't probably see is a goddamn fat stormtrooper with a Rambo knife opening up in Oculus Quest 2. So go check it out if you like. I thought it was pretty funny. It was done intentionally.
Noof Nukem is always in the room. You just didn't know it.
That is right. I'm always in somebody's room, peeping out the windows. We'll catch you guys here next week. Fantastic podcast, amazing guests, awesome chat. You guys are fantastic. I love doing this shit. I haven't had this much fun fucking podcasting since probably the first probably fucking year I started this stuff. This has been an absolute journey and a blast, and I fucking love getting together with these guys every week. And like I said, we're having some great guests, and the chat, you guys, like I said, been on the money, very respectful. Fucking mods didn't even have to work hard in this chat, and that's awesome. So good stuff, guys. We'll catch you on the next week. Have fun, stay safe, and we'll catch you guys soon. Take care.